You silly, baby. You silly, baby. You know that? She keep talking about how you swap a dime out for a penny. Then she turn around and swap the LeBron out for a rookie. You can't talk that slick shit to me, baby. I be having these nightmares though. I wake up shaking and shit. So I just hold my son. But when he ain't there, I just hold shorty. But shit, when she ain't there, shit get dark. Yeah. Dog, if it was up to me, you would have waited for me to say goodbye. I seen your mom and she held on to me. She strong as hell, but dog, I still see the pain in her eyes. Your son just turned 5. Yeah. Hey, I seen niggas post RIPs, pictures all on the T's. Never questioned how many of them was checking up on your seed. I mean, hey, who am I to say? I never count they pay. I only lose count when I count my days. AI shit, the braids was backwards. A nigga just hated practice. Streets crazy, straps on the body like straight jackets. You fucking deadbeat, I found the way, daddy. Seen so many people cross me, the cross on my face tatted. Fuck a role model, I'm a soul child. They wanna brag about who they friends met. My boy met God, what's realer than that? I ride by the street where he died. Tried to relive this shit like if he just Mom ain't get how I would act some days. One time I had explained how many people you can hit up that's from back the day. Well, I'm half your age and half of us already passed away. Can't imagine pain, can't have no class reunion, sad to say. I could have been making the average pace and fuck that, bitch, I'm a grown man. Never been one to hold hands, unless we was slow dance, We been in top 3, they ain't give rappers no chance. She twerk on me, ladder in my pocket, that's her pole dance. Questioning how I think, but am I wrong? You go to 10 weddings in 1 year, you'll start thinking about having your own. So imagine back-to-back funerals for so long, you'll start thinking about what happened if you was going honestly.
Can't go back to the old me. I dropped a tear from my woody. My nigga died with the chopper like Kobe. Caught my nerd to some Jodeci, Off-white belt looking like caution tape. Praying that them lawyers do some magic, Penny Hardaway. Whole hood shift with certain niggas die. Ops buried next to you, we step over him, Allen I. Don't ask me why I'm teary-eyed. Nigga, you should be here, see his son when he go to prom. Thinking I should tear these niggas up while I load this 9. I'm just trying to beat the odds. Nightmares is in my palm, felt so real. I left a nigga holy, got him close with God. Different vibe, my niggas in the mountains. I'ma take the ride, he did 11. Fucking with that white girl, Della Dime. Beam green like that close friend shit. Birdie mama still doing hair, that mean you still could get your wig split. Shuddy, I be killing it, her grandma thinks she innocent. She catch it with her tongue out, man, I call her Milo Timberland. I go from smacking a zoo bell to front and back, I'm smacking all on you, girl. She smoking to that juice world. I don't even smoke, but I might smoke you. Where I'm from, you die, your ops is laughing in the comments when they post you. Different times, sometimes I be thinking how I'm still alive. He getting high, youngin' in his bag, he wanna steal a ride. We watching Friday, all in the kitchen. Told him get a job, was on his day. Now he smoking weed, call that shit haram.
Hey now, how you doing?
It can make you laugh, but it can make you cry. You could say a turd fall, but you won't say it dry. Noodles with no cable wasn't much, but it's gonna get us by. Thinking about my niggas on the plane, I'm trying to touch the sky. Don't wipe your eye, it's okay to cry. Kilo, Nakisi had
The Wonder Years, man.
Letting up balloons, playing
Make sure you download this, man.
Mar homie still ain't playing, chopping at you,
Mafia
Jackie
Vibes.
Chan.
Make sure y'all download it.
Too lazy to go and get a stem.
Let's get this show started, man.
Free you cause you in and out like
Maserati
John
Red, peace of
Moran.
mind.
Glizzy and
I'm just trying to get a peace of mind. Make money, increase the grind. Just know that I'm good as long as I know that all of my people fine. You can never compete with time. Tell America cease to fire. Just cause I'm black don't mean that I'm strapped. And if I am, just look where I'm at. But it's too hard here, I can't sign that. Like where that dough at, cause I'm gon' find that. It took some time, but I got my grind back. I go so hard, yeah, I don't climax. Ain't no slick shit, you can't comprehend. I know business.
Ooh. Get a microphone. Come on.
It's not my fault.
It is.
Whose show was last night?
Nobody's.
Nobody's show was last night.
There's 4 microphones up there. You
But
notice
whose
that?
show was last night?
Did you notice there's 4 microphones up there? Right. Yeah, look at that.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, but it's always been like that. That piece has always been
Yeah,
there.
the piece has been
Right.
here, but it was empty.
Yeah,
Empty
that's
spot.
5 microphones we got now. That's $2,000 in microphones. Say hello to the new chair in the back. Right?
Y'all see my chair?
Right.
It's still in the box. If Jamil B. Pleasant touch my chair, if he touch my chair,
Did you call him Pleasant?
pleasant. Which one
like
is it? Please,
Trump?
it.
Or what was the boy name
I don't know.
that was here at the radio station? Polo. You said Pleasant.
Polo,
Vermont Pleasant.
present.
Presents. Jamil B presents. If he sits in your chair, what you gonna do?
Present.
You gonna punch him?
Yeah, I'm gonna come right up here and snap out. Good morning, guys. For real.
Share this
I
live
ain't
one
never sat
time
in
for
this
the
chair
one
right
time.
here.
You said what?
I ain't never sat in this chair.
That chair leaning back. All them chairs is broke.
I feel like this the chair you threw. You trying to set me up.
Nah,
this
it was
morning.
that was in the other room.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody was like, "Yo, why don't you just buy chairs that don't move and just sit still?" And I was like,
They all move.
"They all move eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the chair doesn't give you space to move,
Now that is so petty.
you move the chair." Guess I had to eat by myself. Damn, what do you have to eat by yourself?
Breakfast. He called me this morning to go to breakfast. Then he wrote me on Facebook and said, if my sister don't call me by 9:15, I'm going to eat breakfast by myself. But I was already on the phone with him then. So then we both thought it was Thursday. But
Right.
it was Wednesday.
And then I called you.
Yeah, I said, bro, today is Wednesday. He gonna say, man, I thought it was Thursday.
Thought it was Thursday.
I thought it was Thursday too. Hi, Tori. Hi, Katanya.
Good morning,
Back in
Tori.
this to go platter.
Huh?
That's a go platter. That's all.
Oh, he got to get you one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But shout out to our sponsors. Go ahead, run down our sponsors.
So we got Northern Marketing, Mecca, Mind Our Own Businesses, LeBron Construction, KC Electric, the Boys and Girls Club of Chester, Pressure Inc., TFG Tax Pros, and the Abstract Kings. And today's show is provided by Latoyson Law, owned and operated by Chester native Enrique Latoyson. Latoyson Law is there for you when you need it the most. They can handle all of your legal needs. Supports Chester own Latoyson Law. He says it's so much better. They handle property transfers, criminal defenses, and all other legal needs. The right firm right now. Their phone number, if you wish to get in touch with them, is 610-999-1439. What?
You got that phone number up there. You see how we do that?
Yeah, Dante talking about time y'all back shit.
Yeah, he didn't know we came back the other morning real quick. He was in a meeting, so he didn't know.
We're sorry. June was a very busy month for us.
It was the end of June, right?
Yes, we had graduations.
Oh man.
So celebrations of graduations and all kinds of stuff. I'm
Oh
just
shit,
sending
he's
stars,
sending,
so I-
sending stars. Hey Dante, I'd like to thank you for that chair, that wonderful chair behind Nafati, right? I'll be putting that together as soon as the show's over. That's our first chair.
Yo,
We
he
have
gonna give me
4
the chair
more.
talking about I gotta put it together myself.
Yeah,
I call
shit.
him my own goddamn maintenance man, cause I be done fail.
Them chairs was $179 a piece, bro. I don't want to
I'm
hear
taking my chair with me.
nobody's motherfucking
I'm taking my
mouth.
chair with me when I go home.
Nobody.
I'm gonna just put it in the other room. That's the only way it's gonna stay right.
So basically, somebody asked me and said, why don't you just buy, $50 chairs or something like that? I said,
You gotta
$50
replace
chair,
them.
they got to be replaced.
50 times.
This is the first time I've ever bought a warranty on something.
Oh,
I bought them chairs, and every chair has a fucking warranty
That is a
for the next
grown-up
3
move.
years. So
That's
at least for the next 3 years, I know I'm covered. I ain't got to buy no chairs.
I agree, bro. You know what, babe?
But
Yeah.
Dante, I would really like to thank you. I would like to thank Lakeisha Lawrence, right? She bought a chair.
Good morning,
Dante
Lakeisha.
bought a chair, right? I'd like to thank Miss Tamika Gibson. I'd like to thank Mr. Kyle Davis of KC Electric, Tony Tops of TFG Tax Pros. I'd like to thank Mary Jackson for her contribution, and Patricia McBride, man. They all sent me money when I put the post up and asked for the chairs, asked for the money.
Twin only sent the money. She trying not to come back for her show. She trying not to come back. Well, she not trying not to come back. She don't have it. She can't.
She don't have no car.
No, it's not about the car. Her job, her schedule is
Right, it's hectic.
crazy. Yeah.
It's hectic.
Like I seen Twin for the first time in like a month and a half on Sunday.
Oh yeah, I pulled up on her. I pulled
had
right
to
up
pull
on her
up, too.
on her rear end
And bar burning on my gray hair.
and beeped the horn on her. Right. Pulled her right to her ass cheeks.
You know what?
She was bent over, and I pulled right up.
You was gonna hurt your car. You was gonna hurt your car.
Beep beep. She turned around. She said, "That boy don't play with me."
You better go ahead.
But no, I love my sisters, man. I love everybody, man.
Listen,
You just keeping your streak alive. I appreciate that, Lakeisha. I truly do.
I ain't never had a streak, but I still got stars over here though.
You still got stars?
I got money on here.
Well, then get the stars up. The hell's what you keeping on to the stars for?
I don't know.
You sad, bro.
I give them the other people's show.
You give them the other people's show, it all comes to CMP. So just go ahead and give it to her. Give it to the morning meeting. Sprinkle me, baby. I gotta get my
Somebody get help.
my E40. Sprinkle me, baby. No doubt.
I don't know.
So what we got going on this morning, man? We got a lot going on.
I don't know.
We got an NFL player has come out as gay,
First gay.
right? His jersey shot to the top of the charts.
I'm pretty sure it is because they
Right.
always had dreams of being the catcher,
Huh?
the quarterback.
What?
They.
And that's good though. I think it's good. I think you knew that the first openly gay football player had to be white.
Man, they already showed
He
that
had to
on
be
that
white.
show. They already showed that on that show with The Rock. What was that football show with The Rock on HBO?
Right.
They already showed it. They already played it out how it's gonna go and
How was it gonna go?
how his jersey was going to be the number one sold jersey.
Okay.
How the players at first would be against playing with him,
Right.
especially the
Right.
the person who passed the ball.
He's a defensive end, so he doesn't have to worry about nobody getting behind him. He doesn't have to worry about anybody getting behind him. He's going up against the offensive line, and to his credit, he's a great football player. Well, he's a good football
Ballers,
player.
that's the name of the show. And they played it out. They was basically
He's
said,
from the area, too.
You can't deny him to play
Right.
because of his gender.
What? He's a man.
acceptance. No,
We don't know how he likes, what he likes. We don't know. He might be just, the quarterback. He might not be the catcher. You know what I'm saying? He might just like to. So he might
be a top and not a
right.
bottom.
Yeah, there it is. I don't know how they say it, but that could be
It's
him.
a top and a bottom.
Right. That could be him. So we don't know.
So they have that. They already played it out. I mean, he's gonna be successful. They can't get rid of him now because then it's a clause in his contract and all this other stuff. And with gay rights being what they are, he probably about to be one of the top paid football players out there right
Fuck
now.
it. Let's hear it from him.
Feel comfortable enough to get it off my chest. I really have the best life. I got the best family, friends, and job a guy could ask for. I'm a pretty private person, so I hope you guys know that I'm really not doing this for attention. I just think that representation and visibility are so important. I actually hope that one day videos like this and the whole coming out process are just not necessary. But until then, I'm going to do my best and do my part to cultivate a culture that's accepting, that's compassionate, and I'm going to start by donating $100,000 to the Trevor Project. They're an incredible organization. They're the #1 suicide prevention service for LGBTQ youth in America, and they're truly doing incredible things. And I'm very excited to be a part of it, to help in any way that I can, and I'm really pumped to see what the future holds. That's all I have for you guys.
And I think that's awesome that he came out and he's being supportive of other NFL players that might not feel the same way. But you can listen to what he has to say. Absolutely. But personally, for me, I feel like
What's the Trevor Project?
the Trevor Project is a LGBTQ project that helps suicidal young men that are dealing with, not fitting in, suicidal women, trans, right? Acceptance, right? You can't ask for inclusion if you don't have acceptance on the menu, right? You can't ask to be invited somewhere. You can't ask for them to give you equal rights if you're not accepting of everybody that's here, right? And I personally, I'm of right now where.
What you about to come out? What the
Hell.
fuck? You over there? You all fucking nervous with your speech and shit?
I'm just saying, right? Because so many people will take things so many different types of ways. It's like I don't have a problem with what a person wants to be.
Right.
I don't have a
you
problem with you standing up for you. I tell my cousins all the time, you're strong, right? Mm-hmm. You're the strongest man I know, right? Because you were able to come out and say, this is who I am. and this is what I want to do. And then I just think about I don't even want to think about none of that stuff. But I ain't doing none of that stuff. But
his jersey is going to be the top selling jersey
it's
for
the
a while.
number one seller, bro.
It's
Like,
going to be
literally.
the number one seller for a while.
But
though.
listen, he's not going to be the only one that comes out. It's going to
gonna
be
be
a whole
trickle
train
effect.
of these motherfuckers. Not these
It's going to be a
motherfuckers,
trickle effect. What happens after that is like, wow, so they making it so they're making this decent. Okay. To cue up Diana Ross.
it's over.
Listen, if that's how he feels, I mean,
Out.
it's okay. Bro, share your truth.
Share your truth, exception. But cancel that trip to Tampa. I'm on my way, bro. I ain't trying to hear that. Toenails painted and everything. I'm a rock star, bro.
I mean, if he, I'm glad he finally did it. You know, it's just, I guess it's just the way of life now. We got to look at it like that. We just talked about how homosexuality was hitting. Back in the day, you knew you had a gay uncle, but he didn't walk around in female clothes. He wasn't flamboyant in front of his mother or nothing like that. Like I come from a project. I know a couple of them up there, and they, except for mother, they all had on regular men clothes. Mother just had on a gown because he was big.
It's our business because it's our business. Because everyone wants. If it wasn't our business, then people wouldn't be talking about things that aren't their business.
Well,
You would literally only talk about your business.
You try to tell your story before somebody else tried to tell your business. That's why people try to get ahead of the story, because 9 times out of 10 somebody saw him.
Oh, he was private.
He wasn't. He said he was private.
Shit.
But guess what? For him to all of a sudden speak up and want to talk about it now, somebody caught him.
No, his brothers, his family accepted him, and his brother.
You see it that way?
So he was on Hard Knock Live. He was on Hard Knock NFL. And he was in Cleveland, and he was like good at finances. He understands finances, right? Real good. And everybody was like, "Oh shit, he's smart." You know what I'm saying? He went to Malvern Prep. He went to Westchester University. He went to Penn State, right? And it's like, nah, you're not gay, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then he said, "Nah, seriously, I am. Right? I am cool with doing the things that gay people do. I don't have a problem with that." And it's like, damn. All right, well now guess what? You're a white man. Not a bad-looking guy. If you come out right now, I guarantee you'll be the face of the LGBTQ for the NFL.
Yeah, no, but I'm telling you, the only time people start telling their private business is because someone else is about to expose it. So either the night before somebody called him, before he decided to put this video up, or something happened. Something was leaked about his story before, or was about to be leaked. All he just did was get in front of it. You could say he was looking to support. If you're trying to keep your business, you never know a person is going through a divorce until somebody sneakily catches it. And that's with the celebrities. Right. You never really know that somebody's been abused until somebody actually sneakily sees the bruise on the person. True. And they looking at them like, what happened? So now they come and step out. So listen, so I'm being abused and I never really talked about it before. Somebody caught him. He wouldn't have never told that. It has nothing to do with him being in the front of the LGBTQ. Now he's gonna monopolize off it. He's gonna make a lot of money from this. They're gonna come him. He fuck around and take a picture with a football in a tutu next week.
So the NFL is right. Naf is right, but I believe
Dante Aldo.
Somebody called him doing what now?
Maybe people can see two people kissing and just assume anything. He came out because he was caught. That's how I feel.
Let's think about Michael Sam. Let's go back 5 years ago. Michael Sam was coming out of college and he said he was gay. He actually kissed his boyfriend on ESPN, which had me turn the channel when my son, who was impressionable, was sitting right there. I just feel like it shouldn't be on TV. Mm-hmm. I just feel like it shouldn't be shown to children that are watching ABC and watching the NFL draft. Like, yo, why is this man kissing this man? Daddy, that's okay? No, it's, see? And then I can't say, no, it's not okay. You're forcing my hand. So now I have to sit there and explain to my son, okay, he prefers men over women, right? Mm-hmm. And everybody always says it's not sex, it's love. But that's the only thing that makes it any difference is the sex. Because you play football with tons of men. You hang around a whole bunch of men. Once you have sex with a man, you're gay. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that with
I mean,
with
that's
gay
questionable
men.
because
With
even
women,
if you-
y'all have fun.
if you
Y'all can have fun with it. All y'all all in the locker room playing with each other. Like, yeah, let me see.
No.
But y'all not
I don't
not
think that's-
gay.
I don't think that's
No,
how that go.
that's exactly how it go.
I don't-
In college,
I don't think so.
did you live on campus?
No.
No, you didn't get a chance to. But that's how it goes in college, right?
Oh, okay.
I walked in on a couple. I said, wow.
Well, maybe they were gay.
No, they weren't because they was like, "You want to join us?" Like, gay women
They
don't
don't-
want no. They don't want no pipe.
That's not true. The masculine gay women don't want none.
They ain't want no pipe.
You got something that's on the fence. So,
So you get to be on the fence.
I guess
Women
they
do, not men. Once you,
I don't know.
it's
I
over.
I just feel like if they.
They're gonna cut the live. Nah, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
right?
they are.
That's
but
just how it
it's he came out. He's white.
Yeah,
he's,
absolutely.
He's
I
going to be
support
the
him.
poster boy.
I'm gonna get his jersey.
I'm not.
I am.
I'm not.
Why not?
Because we have a problem with it being right here in our community. So, and we think that it's wrong for, these boys that run around here dressed like girls, and people bash them right here in our community. Don't support them and say they have the same rights as us. We want them
who
to
does
not
that?
be people. Period.
I don't do that.
We just was talking about how you don't want your son to be. He was in an impressionable stage, so you didn't want your son to see that two men actually kiss one another. So how can
He
you
ain't
support-
kissed nobody.
I'm telling
On
you,
national
he probably
TV,
did.
he has not kissed a soul.
Well, he will next week.
Well,
And next week they're gonna be trying to buy his underclothes. No, it's
shut the fuck up.
It's the truth though. Like, come on, man. If he wasn't about to be exploited, he wouldn't have did it. That's
You
it.
always got things so negative.
That's not thinking negative. That's
he wasn't
that's-
about to be exploited.
He
I mean-
was about to be exploited. Somebody was about to tell his story. Plain and simple as that.
You got a Cap jersey, Pete? No, I ain't got no Cap jersey. Cap
No.
ain't do that for us, bro. He did that for himself.
And
man.
he
We
did
ain't
it.
gonna-
He did this for the LGBT
He
community.
did it for himself.
No, he
said
did this for
he said it for himself. He said
it,
this is
and
for
Cap,
me.
And Cap said this is for Black lives.
Oh,
period.
man.
Cap said if don't nobody stand up for the blacks, if it ain't me, who is going to be? Ain't that Stephon Root said? If it ain't going to be him to save the city, who going to save us? Cap said the same exact shit.
Well, if there's nobody stepping up to
That's
do
not
anything, come on now. If you can't be like that.
Listen, if Cap said it and you said you don't got Cap jersey, then what?
Well, you gonna get his jersey? You scaring me, bro. How am I scaring you?
That's what you
What does this have to? What does me sitting there saying
shakes head and
that I don't have a problem with a person who's gay and I support his stance as whatever he is for standing up for himself. At the end of the day, don't hide in the closet anymore. Let him know. This is who I am. This is what I'm about. And I appreciate that. And I tell my son the same thing. He has the strength, right? Or the dignity within himself to be honest with who he the fuck is. He's not hiding from it, right? And you can't sit there and say I'm wrong for supporting him.
But you don't support Cap because you think he did it for himself. Why? Because he
Cap
had
got
black.
benched, bro, and then he started kneeling, bro, and then everybody. How long?
He
for
got
as
benched
long
before
as Cap
he
was
before
in,
he knelt.
Oh
he
my God,
got
bro.
benched before or after
He got benched before.
for speaking up and saying that that Black
he was
Lives
benched
Matter.
before he knelt. He was on the bench, on the back of the bench. Nobody was paying him any goddamn attention. He was benched by his coach, benched him, and then he started. Oh yeah, that was all. Listen,
So you don't think it was because they was having conversations about Black Lives Matter in the back? You don't think that his whole benching process came because he was standing up for African
he was
Americans
going-
and nobody else on the team would?
when he was going into the Super Bowl, he should have sat and knelt then, because by then countless black children had died.
Oh man! Well, by now is a million other Caucasian men that done came out the closet.
Well, that's different. Exactly. Now, why else would he come out now? He should have been out.
And he's known he been gay since high school.
Man, there's
bro.
niggas that run around this city and talk about they and gayer than a motherfucker. In the
Right.
darkness
And they
of the
keep it-
room.
and they keep it to themselves because they feel like their
He has-
private
he got-
business
he got
is
money-
their private business.
he got money to- it's not
no,
private.
somebody was about to exploit him. If somebody else would have told it first, his jersey wouldn't be the number one
Yes,
sold
it
jersey.
would.
No, it wouldn't. If somebody else
Yes, it
would have
would.
told it and put it in that light, they'd have put a picture up of him in the club dancing with a girl. They would have put a picture up of him doing something else with a female and say, and now he's gay.
Y'all
They
gotta
would've
stop
exploited-
feeding off, bro. Y'all gotta stop feeding off.
It's not feeding off. It's the truth. When somebody else tells your story, it comes out how they want it to be seen, not how you're really living it. That's how it goes. He got ahead of it. He was about to be exploited.
Very rare do you see anybody that's LGBTQ get exploited and they go bad. and the life goes bad. It
Listen,
definitely don't go bad.
If you saying
It definitely
that
don't go bad.
this football star is out entertaining women and women, and he's now seen with a man, they're gonna tear him apart. Not because he's gay, but because he has constantly manipulated the situation with a woman. They seen him dancing in the club with a woman. They seen him taking pictures with women, kissing them and everything. They would have brought all of that up. They would have went and found his high school prom picture with him and a girl and said he could have told us then that he was gay.
Well, I've
if
been
you don't
said
tell
that.
your story first, your story doesn't get told properly. He got ahead of his own story. He was getting exploited.
So that wins. Like that's a
No,
win. If he didn't
not
get
a-
exploited, he won.
No, he did. It's his own
Then
personal
there's only
game.
a person
It's
like
the-
you
it's
that's
the
sitting there
person-
saying, "Oh no,
it's
you was
not
about
just-
to get exploited,
it's
so
not
that's
a
why you
personal-
came out."
That's why he came out. He would have kept it to himself. If that's the case, the LGBT community been going hard for years now. For years, his contract was solidified. He didn't have to do. He didn't have to do anything.
You think of a group that is unable to be touched in America. We gonna talk
He
about
wouldn't have been
we gonna
alright
talk
if he-
about what they
he
about
wouldn't
to,
have been
what
alright
they
if they
doing.
would've said it
We gonna
first.
jump right into that situation.
You put a lily white woman in a picture with him, and they kissing, hugging in any way intimate. They would have tore him apart. Plain and simple as that. They'd have said he likes men and he's out here sleeping with women.
Who would've
and what's
said
the
that?
chance? America, the LGBT community would have looked at him like, you were scared to come out the closet for what?
All of them been scared before.
You were scared to come out the closet
Ain't nobody
for
trying
what?
to hear that shit.
I'm
Oh,
just
so
saying.
you're against the LGBT. So
I would
need
never
to-
be against the
So
LGBT
so
community.
you're against gay men.
I'm not against gay men.
So you're saying he only came out because he was about to be exploited.
Yes. That's why. He came out because somebody found out his secret that he was keeping. And I don't care if his mom knew since she was 2. I don't care if his dad knew. He was in denial until he was out of high school. And dad is only accepting it because he's accepting the check. I don't care if his brothers knew. The reason why he came out and tell it himself.
Nobody knew his name. Carl Nassib.
I still don't know his name.
Right,
Say
right.
the
I thought
last
he was a
name.
black boy. When they said he came out gay, Carl, I said, "Oh shit, he black."
Carl, because his name
Because
Carl.
his name Carl, and his last name is Nassib. So it's like
Oh,
you
man.
know. But when he came out, I said he white. I said, "Oh, he good. His jersey be top seller," and that's exactly what happened.
I don't
But since
know.
we're talking about the LGBTQ community,
Let's get into it.
let's get into it. They have a Seattle Pride event to charge white people a $50 reparation fee to attend.
Yo, man, they is getting it. You hear me? So all I'm saying is the reparations, is it for the blacks or is it for the LGBT? Q, X, Y, and Z.
It's Pride Month, right?
It's Pride Month.
And hey P, why would he pick now to come out? Why do we pick now to sell drugs? Why do we pick now not to sell drugs?
To
Why do we
survive.
pick now to
It's
talk
all
about
about
re-entry? Why do
survival.
we pick now
No.
to talk about nonviolence? Why is everybody picking now to do something?
George, I agree with that. He would, if his secret has been a secret for that long. So the LGBTQ community is having their Pride weekend
Reparations,
in
$50.
Seattle. That
in
was
Seattle. It was in Seattle.
So they're charging the Caucasian
Entries non-Afro and non-brown. So if you're not Latino or African American, you have to pay $50.
for entry,
Right.
and they will donate all of the money and proceeds to a black organization of some sort.
Right.
I still don't think
They're co-
white
they're-
people
they're-
should have had off Friday for Juneteenth. Most of them didn't take off.
Shit, they got paid for that shit. It's a
But
federal
you had,
holiday.
but you had the option to stay at work too.
Yeah,
I
and
know a
get
lot
double
of people
time.
stayed at work. I'm just saying, we can't listen.
So we should have excluded white people from having off on Juneteenth. We're gonna come back to that
I
because we're
don't
talking
think
about this
so.
reparation situation.
I just want to know, what are they like? What are you? Who are you paying back? You giving it to the African American?
giving it to the African
So you
American
taking that
community
white
inside
man's
of your
$50
community.
and giving it to the black man that's standing next to him? Not pay his way to get in.
No,
I mean, I'm just
it's
saying.
I guess for the African American and the brown LGBTQ.
So
community.
you're making the Caucasians pay to get in. Are you telling this Caucasian man to pay his $50 for this man over
What if
here?
they're making fun of reparations though? What if they're saying this is what reparations look like? White people, you should pay into reparations for black people.
So do you think that's a joke? That's the hidden joke inside of the whole
It could
thing.
be.
I laugh. So shit, they might be laughing. Look at they passing around the flyer like we really doing something for them.
I feel like
And the
white
head of
people
the
should have had to
organization
work
is a
on
Caucasian.
Friday. I think for Juneteenth,
Uh-huh.
white people should have to work for free. That's the day you don't get paid, and then you know what slaves feel like. We didn't get paid.
I got nothing on that.
Why not?
Because I just don't. Like I just feel like
I mean, if you give me a federal holiday, you feel me? Like
I just feel like, do we have off on their holidays? Like, if we do, then I don't think we can be asking for too much. We asking for equality, and then we want them to work while we home? No, I don't think so. I'm just saying, I'm going to laugh it off and say, if we get off on the same holidays that they get off on, they got to get off on the same holidays that we get off on. And that's plain and simple as that. We ask for the most absurd things. You want them to go to work while we sit the fuck home and they work.
weren't we
free?
absurd?
But
weren't we an absurd commodity in this country?
No, we weren't. Our ancestors were. Now, don't go. I don't want to have that conversation.
But you
on
wouldn't
this
be
New
here without
Wednesday.
your ancestors.
This
We
is
can't continue to
true.
have that conversation where you say, "Oh, I wasn't a slave."
Y'all want people to be mistreated because
We
of
were
something in
mistreated.
the past. No, we weren't. Stop saying we. We are not a
Our
part.
people were mistreated.
Our ancestors were mistreated, and they lived through it. They fought so we didn't have to go through it, and we are still, including ourselves, in the fucking beating.
So I read an
All I'm
article
saying
the
is-
other day about black men's health, right? And why black men have high blood pressure at the age of 30. And why black men are the quickest ones to die. You feel me?
Because they don't go to the doctors. They
No,
nasty.
it's not just because they don't go to the doctors.
They
It's
nasty.
because of the stresses of America, right? You stress at home. There's nowhere for a black man to land that's a safe zone. Everywhere is war. He's out in the street. He's running the street. He's playing around the street. War. He got a female at home. War. He go to work. War. He come home. War. Children. War. Everywhere. There's nowhere for him to land. Even on Father's Day, there was nowhere for all these planes to land. Because everybody wants to fight. Everybody wants to argue. And then you wonder why these black men are kicking over and dying at 50 years old, 49 years old, 48 years old. High blood pressure, heart attack, stroke. And you like, oh, well, he should have went to the doctors. The doctor ain't going to do nothing but tell him, you got high blood pressure. Take these pills. It's no cure for high blood
So
pressure.
you telling me Caucasian men don't go to the doctors and they say, you have high blood pressure.
Not
Take
at
these
30
pills.
years old.
At 30 years
Not
old.
at 30 years old now. I read the article.
You read the article.
And it didn't say
I know,
nothing.
I know people, like personal people. You just say we are at the masses, yes. But at the end of the day, I totally understand what you're saying. I always say the black man carries the biggest struggle. Totally get that. What I say, the Florence syndrome. These bitches better learn how to be Florences because they don't know how to take care of their men. They don't know how to ease his pain once he comes home. They come home, they study nagging and nitpicking too. Totally get that. Totally get that. But that wasn't the thing. The issue here is that you said you want them people to go to work and work for free on that day.
Absolutely.
On Juneteenth.
Why not? And then they donate their funds to a black cause.
But we don't expect. We want to be included in everything that they do, but we don't want them to be included when we get off on Juneteenth. They shouldn't get off. That's not a national holiday for them. That's just.
Why should it be a national holiday? How come you get to enslave people? Your forefathers get to enslave people, beat people, kill people, burn people, rape people, torture people, and yet you get off of work for that? Were you a part of slavery? Were you a slave?
Did they do it? That's all I want to know. The people that had off on June 19th, was it them or the 18th? Was it them? I just need to know, because if it's them, then they should be incarcerated right now for kidnapping.
How many of us have
enslavement.
beef? How many of
I
us
just
have
need to
beef
know.
because we're in a neighborhood where they had beef from another neighborhood, and it ain't even our beef?
I don't know.
It ain't your beef. You ain't lost nobody, but you don't like this person because he from there.
I don't know.
You never heard of that?
I don't. I said I don't know how many people.
Right.
I don't.
But we continue to do it to ourselves. But when we say, yo, y'all need to pay us back, it's like, no, they don't need to pay me back. They might need to pay you back, but not me, because I was never no slave.
I don't sound like that, first of all.
Oh, my
and
God.
I didn't
I
say
got to
they don't
sound
need to-
exactly like you?
Yeah, because
Why
that
not?
sound like a nagging woman. But I'm just saying, you use the word we for people who were beaten so that we don't have to be beaten.
How do you get off, like Tim said, how do you get off on the day slaves were freed?
The same way they gave us off. It's a national holiday. It's not just
I
an
didn't want it-
African
I
American
didn't want it to be-
holiday. It's a national holiday.
I feel like that should just
I
be
mean, if
ours.
you weren't taking off before on June 19th, if you weren't taking off before, guess what? Everybody couldn't wait. 2020, they was all, hey, I'm going to the Juneteenth event. 2019, Juneteenth was down Memorial Park. It was all senior citizens down there. We was right there. It was all senior citizens down there, and it was a few young people that came with their grandparents. But guess who wasn't there? It wasn't packed like it was last year down PPL Park or whatever it is, the soccer stadium. It wasn't packed like that. It wasn't, Juneteenth wasn't even a thought in our mind 5 years ago. We wasn't even worrying about June 19th.
Who wasn't worried about it?
Any of us.
Don't say me.
Come on, bro.
Bro, you remember when I told you let's do Kwanzaa?
That was 3 years ago, bro.
That was 4 years ago.
No,
right?
it was 3.
It was 4.
The girl came in a year after I was here. It was 3 years ago.
It wasn't here for a whole year. It was December. It was September, December. It was 3 months. It was 4 years ago, right?
Whatever. We still wasn't talking about Juneteenth.
We was talking about Juneteenth.
No.
That following June, we was talking about
We're
Juneteenth.
going to go back and look at them tapes. They still up.
God, bro.
I'm telling you, we didn't talk about Juneteenth.
Why not?
I have no idea.
I did a whole show with fucking Rich Bly talking about Juneteenth
In 19?
in 18.
I don't think that was 18. I'm telling you.
Who you up there
nobody-
talking to? What he talking about?
Nobody cared.
What you mean, what
Nobody
he talking
cared.
about?
Nobody cared about it. Nobody thought that it was important. Nobody really understood what Juneteenth really meant. And I'm talking about all the people who was all at the event last year and 2019 who didn't show up, or 18, because that event for Juneteenth been going on behind St. Daniel's Church for over 20 years. It's been going on for over 20 years. We've been there every year at that event. It got so big, it had to move from behind the church to go to Memorial Park because they didn't have enough space. That event has been going on for over 20 years. Guess who wasn't there 20 years ago? Me. Guess who wasn't there 15 years ago? Me. Nobody cared about it. Everybody, and now everybody's so anti, we're black, we got to stand up for ourselves first. But then nobody wants to say, well, I just got here. Everybody been here for so long. They're so educated. They're so black that now white people shouldn't get off on Juneteenth. Okay.
What do you mean they're so black?
That's how they are. They black. They want to run around here with afros and fucking kente cloths on because that they're so black. That's how, everybody, as soon as it's the happening thing, it'll die down and they'll forget about it and they'll keep it moving. We're educating our kids at an all-time high right now about what's going on in black America and still don't live by it. We will walk past the next black man and not even say good morning.
So we're applauding our lack of awareness about
who's applauding it? It's awareness that we're not aware of what we should be standing up for.
So what are you saying right now? That
Didn't I just say it?
You just said, don't get mad at me and say, didn't I just say it? I'm asking you what you're saying, right? Because you're sitting there saying the person that's too black is too black. It shouldn't.
What?
You just said they're black and they got afros and kente cloth. They're black,
No,
right?
I said that's how they want to run around. This is the new black power here,
right?
Because everybody is now knowledgeable that is of a certain age,
right?
But 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago,
so that's the penalty is 20 years.
It's not a penalty. We're at 402 years.
All right.
So it's not a penalty. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying y'all want to stuff it in people's faces now when 5 years ago y'all didn't give a fuck. Nobody cared. Nobody was at St. Daniel's Church. I was there.
So you want people to stay not giving a fuck?
No, but it's just you're sitting here saying like everybody was always on the same type time. They weren't on the same type time either. But now we want the reparations when we was around here frolicking and fucking up anyway. No, come on, bro. It's just, I don't know. I stopped saying the word we. We don't deserve the reparations for our ancestors. Our ancestors deserve that. They deserve to be paid. They deserve to be
paid if they're dead.
So we supposed to get it? No,
yeah.
no.
It has to be
bro.
paid out.
No.
At
bro.
some point, it has to be paid out now.
You don't even know all your ancestors. You got to go on
You
them
don't
people.
know
They
their
tell us who
ancestors.
we are. Like it's just.
At some point, it deserves to be paid out. And if it can be proven that you are an ancestor of a slave and you're not a original person that was here, then you get the money. If you can't, then you don't.
That's
It's just
not.
that
They
simple.
don't even care because George Floyd died, bro. They had the same protest with the guy from Fruitville Station. They had the same protest from the Trayvon Martin. They had the same protest. It comes over in a repeated cycle every 10 years. It's a repeated cycle. Like, come on. It's just like you got to care and you got to stay on that caring note. You can't care 10 minutes and then 10 minutes from now you out here wanting to turn up and turn yourself into one of the problems.
When did you start caring?
I would say in the last 5 years.
You don't turn yourself into a problem about the things that you care about. You don't hold people accountable for the things that you care about now.
You took that wrong. People turn themselves into the problem because they stopped caring about the right thing and started doing the wrong thing. They like, man, fuck it, they don't care. So they went right over here and started doing the wrong thing. They out here making a fool of themselves.
So I'm asking, why don't we know who our ancestors are?
Because we only go back to our great-great-grandparents. That's as far as we go. And then after that, we'd be like, oh, I don't even know who. I know back to my great-great-grandmother. I know who my grandmother's mother was.
So what we have here is the debate that goes on in black households and has been going on for the last 5 to 10 years is how woke is woke and how woke is too woke, right? Because you're sitting there saying, all right, nobody cared about Juneteenth 20 years ago. Now people are caring about it the last 3 years.
Our generation didn't care about it.
Well, our generation didn't care
was,
about anything. We were partying. We were having fun. Now we're older and we're understanding the things that we see the young bulls.
Our ancestors was doing though. When they said that slavery was free on June 19th, you know what our ancestors was doing? They were celebrating every year. They didn't fall off. Every year they knew they had, our ancestors did. So, my grandmother went to Juneteenth all the time. And to that tent meeting all the time. My godmom still goes to the tent.
Us.
I have no idea. Or I honestly don't know. But I know that my godmom, she gets up, she goes to this tent meeting. That has something to do with the Juneteenth situation and the whole free of slavery. And they get together. All these black women, there's thousands of them. They look amazing when they all get together. Guess what? I'm so young, I'm telling her, I'm not going with that. I'm not going to that. I'm not doing that, Mom. I'm not. And she's okay with that. And she says, one day you will have to come back and you will look and say, I wish I would have. But I'm just saying.
George
Timothy, you got a lot to say in our comments.
We didn't even continue our ancestors' dream or what they stood for. We actually destroyed the dream. You'll take that on? You'll carry that?
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
We destroyed the dream.
I agree with that. I agree. We don't want to go vote. My grandmother stood
in
line.
Vote?
I do.
Then remove yourself from we.
And I'm going to say we because I have my son telling me, what am I voting for, Mom? For what? Right. They not giving us nothing. Right. And then I still have to say, I don't care if they ain't giving us nothing. You're going to stand in this line. You're going to pull that lever. I have to make him do it. And he's like, they're going to tell us a bunch of lies. But no matter how you look at it, the hyper part of it is other people standing around. What am I voting for? What am I getting out of it? They don't never listen to the little people anyway. Our votes don't count. You're a felon. You can't vote. You this, you that. You can't get this. You can't get that. They do absolutely nothing for us in our town. So what are we putting them in office for? We have to stand by that. But our grandparents stood in line for hours to be able to do that. They showed up even when they shut the doors on them. They still stood there and said, at least I stood here. And then the day that they were allowed to vote, they took their whole entire neighborhood with them. Did you hear what they said? They said we can vote. If I got a car, 50 people got in the car with me to come and vote. They don't even give rides. The only time they give rides is when it's beneficial to them.
So where do you think that came from?
What?
The fact that it seems to me that you're saying there was a part in our community where we cared about voting and we understood.
We cared about a lot of stuff.
And then all of a sudden, everything just dipped off and everybody stopped caring and everybody stopped moving and everybody stopped asking questions and everybody stopped caring about Juneteenth and Kwanzaa. They
got comfortable. I'm not going to say, I'm going to say they got comfortable. They got comfortable to the point where they started to see it like, all right, well, we got blue socks today, y'all. We asked for blue socks, so they gave us something. And once they get one thing about the black community, and I may be wrong for saying this, but I'm gonna say it. Once they give you something, the conviction of George Floyd, everybody celebrates that day, and then the next day they snatch it right away from you. But they were so busy celebrating that they wasn't paying attention to the blind side that was coming. So it's like, just like Kenny had to bring up the fact that the cop from Fruitville Station did 2 years. Nobody never knew that he came home. Nobody never knew he only did 2 years, and then they rescinded his sentencing, and that was all he had to do.
And you also talk about Muammar Gaddafi. Let's watch that, because I found that too. Oh shit, I ain't got it up. That's some bullshit.
Like, it's a shame. It really is a shame.
We talk about Africa. We talk about understanding our roots. Whether or not we came over in the ships, we're still African, right? Whether or not that's where everything started. Everybody's African, right? But Muammar Gaddafi was trying to get the African countries to come together and be under a centralized bank that was backed by oil. Let's talk about this real quick.
This is the real reason the United States killed Gaddafi. Gaddafi was the leader of Libya while Libya was the richest country in Africa. Under Gaddafi, Libya became the first developing country to own majority stake in its oil. The U.S. did not like that. Libya became self-sufficient and wasn't in debt to nobody. Then he uses $300 million to put satellites up for Africa so Africa doesn't need to use foreign satellites anymore. He starts talking to other leaders, starts building infrastructure in other countries, and then he starts calling for a United States of Africa. Now this is what got him killed. Gaddafi starts talking about a central bank of Africa. What this means is Africa wouldn't be dependent on the US dollar anymore. Also, this guy has a bunch of oil, and the US dollar is backed by oil now. The last thing the US needs is this guy going around Africa making Africa self-sufficient. We depend on exploiting them for their natural resources. That won't work if they're self-sufficient. So the government put them down.
Now, North is still listening to that, right? We have to question everything. We have to ask questions. We have to wonder why Africa is so divided. Why Africa has all the riches and the gold and the diamonds and the natural elements that allow us to continue with life. Some of the shit that's found in your phone, right? Right there in Africa. Nowhere else. It's not found nowhere else. Some of the animals in Africa. Right there in Africa, nowhere else. Rich, that continent is, but it's divided and it's ruled by France, Germany, China, America.
Caucasians and Asians came in and divided the whole black country.
Because
Caucasians and Asians, we include them in everything, bro.
we don't include them in nothing. They include themselves.
No,
and then
it takes for one to make a promise. I always make it be a joke, right? But I find it to be my own thoughts and reality about how we ended up on the ship. And it was one, in my mind, one black man met a white man in the country or somewhere. I don't know. I make it up. And he says, hey, listen, I can offer you. Because it only takes one to tank the whole entire village. It only takes one person to make the whole city look bad. I can offer you all of this and you can be the head of everything if you can just give me 10 people to come to work today. Just like when they say when you get hired at a store, you bring your friends and we'll get them a job too. Mm-hmm. And all they know is they about to make $65 a day, and that's more than they were making. So they all come and sign up for work, not realizing you sign up for work, you're in this refinery, you're taking in fumes that the white people wouldn't take in, and you're over here. So one black man goes and tells 9 other black people, now they got a set of 10. Hey, listen, they gonna pay us $65 a day if you come over here and get this job with me. I got us a ride and everything. Now you looking like, damn, them 9 people done died next year. The one man didn't. I just feel like it only takes for one of us to tank everything else. We always had the gift of gab. No matter where we are in the world, we can manipulate anything by saying something that sounds good. One black man meets a white man. The white man says, you can be the head of all of this if you just tell them to come with us. Right. He sold us out. Black Wall Street. The one black man goes to a white man, asks a question. Now they done burnt us down. They wanted to see what we was over there doing. Every time we're doing something good, we think that we have to brag in front of them. We think that we have to tell them, yeah, we started this shit. Y'all can't do nothing about it. When they have the ammunition to do something about it. We go and tell them, yeah, you ever look and see if black people figured out what to do with the chicken, why the fuck is all the chicken companies owned by white men? Why, if we figured it out, we figured out that we can cook it. They lay eggs to make eggs. If we figured this shit out, why are they in control of it all? Why haven't we said amongst each other, like, we could just go over here and do this shit by ourselves? Why do we got to keep going to them and asking them for stuff? I don't know. I don't like to talk about history because, number one, I didn't live it. I'm learning it. So it's like when they get to talking about our era, I just want my children to understand that I was trying to stand up for what my ancestors, my grandmother and I went through. I was trying to stand on it, but it took me too late in the game. I didn't start doing it until I was over 35.
Right.
I don't know. It's that's how they got us. One black man sold us out.
I feel like one black man sold us out. And again, when you think about African proverb, if the village doesn't love a child or show a child love, the child will burn the village down to feel its warmth. Period, point blank. So it only takes one. Mm-hmm. And I agree with you there, right? And it doesn't matter why he went there, why he was upset, but it only takes one to say, yo, over here they got this, over there they got this, and they don't have the weapons that y'all got. Just make me the head nigga in charge and I'm good.
As long as I got power, one thing about power is people misuse it so often that people think that it's the best thing in the world.
Right.
The power in being a part of a village is actually having
Greater.
your whole entire
Right.
village being
Right.
able to do something constructive.
Right.
The fishing whole analogy, I can be the only fisherman, I'll be
Right.
the only one eating, but if I teach everybody how to fish, everybody eats.
We open up a fucking fish store.
Oh my God. Like
We are the fish capital of
the
the world.
The Asians know that though. The Asians know that when they out there on them boats and they bring it, they know this.
And
they
they
know
have their
that
beefs, they have their fights, they have their arguments.
within
they feel some
their
type of way.
self.
Right.
But guess what? If one of their stores is in trouble, the rest of them come and bail them the
help
hell out.
They help them out.
And
Because they understand it, right? It's hard being a businessman. It's hard. Where most of us see a business failing, like, yo, I'm going to buy that store as soon as that
soon
joint
as it's done. Like,
Soon as you go out of
they
business.
closing.
Yup.
I want to see how much they got for the rent.
Right.
How about we all get together and have a fucking potluck and help
help
the
him
store
stay open.
It doesn't make sense. Like the community that our ancestors, since we talk about ancestors came from,
But I keep asking.
they kept one another.
We have to find out where we fell off. Because it's no we were riding high and then all of a sudden and then no one goes back to look and say what happened during this time when our community started to fall apart.
It was our parents.
So what happened during their time?
You want to go to the crack epidemic, bro? I see where you're going.
No, I just no because
but it was our parents. It's our parents. It's their generation. That's where the times changed. Their parents stayed on their back, kept them strict and stern. Their parents kept them in line. They didn't treat us how their parents treated them.
well, my dad did. My dad didn't play that shit, bro.
Well, my dad didn't.
I miss
but
my
I stayed with my grandma. So
And your grandma didn't play that shit.
I was raised by their parents,
Right.
the ones who cared.
My grandma
I
didn't
was
play that
scared to have my grandmother come to the school. The kids don't give a fuck if their parents come into the school nowadays. So because our parents weren't
So it
as
just got
stern,
lighter and lighter. The fist print left on you.
And then now when we get to us being parents and parenting our children, we're no longer allowed to discipline them. So they have no structure. You can't even yell at your kid at a certain level before they say it's verbal abuse. You can't even
Dad, calm down.
My son said to me the other day, I don't even know why you just keep yelling at me. I said, boy, shut the fuck up before I knock the shit out of you. He like, and then you just want to go to violence.
It's the
Drama. Go ahead. I tried to
the
snatch.
drama.
He letting his hair grow out. I tried to snatch that nigga a ball spot. I said, stop playing with me. I said, you know what? I know what it is. I got you.
I think it's greed and ego because it's not just greed. It's a lot of other things that make the cocktail that those people sip on.
Yeah,
right?
but you don't
It's
get an
greed,
ego.
It's
You don't
ego.
get an
It's
ego
narcissism. It's a lot of situations in
And
that
all
cocktail.
of that comes behind the greed of the money, though. The money tree gives you the ability to be egotistical. It gives you the ability to be a narcissist. It gives you the ability to have all of these things. Once you are the head of something, you look down like these peasants are nothing to me. No matter who helped you get there, no matter how you got there,
How
no
can
matter
you
what
feel
you
that
did.
way about your people?
But that's how people, because it's power. It becomes a powerful moment. Like I've waited all my
Power
life.
is not power if you can't share it with everybody else.
It's
man.
power because I don't have to. That's the Scrooge.
If I can't help you, if I'm powerful and I can't help you become powerful, then I'm not powerful. What I am is in my bubble. I put myself in my own little bubble where I can.
And you can buy the friends, and you can buy the
Oh
board.
my
That's
God,
how.
bro.
That's the listen. And I could go home in my space and do whatever it is that I want. Like
But they say the
people
rule,
don't-
the rule of a successful person, a successful people makes other successful people. If you're not making successful people, you're not successful.
I agree with that.
There's no way you can say.
But if you could say that's not success, but I'm rich enough to say that it is. So therefore, I'm fine. They find out late in the game why they should have helped other companies, because if you die off, who keeps your legacy going?
Nobody.
They find out late in the game why work so hard in the beginning so that I can retire and someone else can take over. Most people shun out their family when they get to a certain statute in life. Like it's so crazy, and then you looking at it like, damn. I used to have lavish Thanksgiving dinners, and now it's just me.
You think all the lawyers in the city of Chester, how old they are?
Right.
Right.
Where are the new ones at?
Where the new ones at?
They not here.
They're not here. You think
Because
about
we're
all
not
the
teaching
doctors.
our children
You
to
think about the
become-
doctors.
They're not here.
No primary care doctors.
Indonesia has the most doctors coming out right now. They sending their kids over here to be educated.
And they sending them to Walgreens, and that lady looked at me and didn't want to give me my pills, and she knew I was in pain. And you want to sit there and talk about what I'm doing? I'm taking these motherfuckers. Anyway, my back be killing me.
You know what? It's crazy. But it's like we don't teach our children to take these careers seriously. We don't tell them to go to school to become the doctors, the lawyers, the judges. We don't tell them to do that. We just said they keep having the same
They can be
repeated
whatever
conversation.
they want to be. How many times have we had that conversation?
You could be whatever you want in life.
Bullshit. You're going to be a doctor. My daughter already knows you're going to be a doctor. I'm sorry. She was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "No, just you like biology, right? Find out what you like in high school, and then we're taking that, and we're taking it. I like biology. All right, we're moving on that. You got to do it. It's got to get done. And guess what? I will support you throughout your whole situation, but it has to get
Oh
done."
my gosh, where'd you come from?
Chester Narcotic Pill Division.
Listen, I'm just saying we don't tell our children the importance of a career. Right
we don't.
now, we are now explaining to our children why entrepreneurship is completely and utterly important. But how about this? How about it's a black-owned doctor's office in the state of Delaware? The nurses are black, the doctor is black, the staff is black. How about they have one of the best facilities and they just recently opened up an urgent care and there's an African-American owner? How about we teach our children that just because you have a career in medicine does not mean you have to work with someone else?
Right, you could be an entrepreneur.
How about that? How about we don't teach our children that though? How about we don't tell our children? We tell our children to be entrepreneurs just so they don't have to work for someone else, but we don't tell them
Let's
that they
not
don't
say
only have
all
to.
of us. Let's say about
How about we don't tell them-
35% of the parents out here today don't give a rat's ass. 10% of them care, but not enough to move a child. And there's 45% of us that are moving our children in the right direction. But guess what? Our children mix in with the 10 and the 35%, and then they become just like everybody else. Like, fuck it, I ain't doing none of this shit. Dad, why I gotta work hard? Listen, you have to work hard. You have to study hard. You have to focus. I told my daughter, I said, I know you're going to a HBCU. It has a quote unquote party school situation. I do want you to pledge, right? I do want you to pledge. I do want you to live your life. I do want you to have fun, but you have to do that in moderation. And in moderation, you have to understand this is too much. You have to put on your scale what's too much. Is going to school more important than partying and drinking? If partying and drinking ain't that important, then you say, all right, I can do 2 Fridays out of every month and a Thursday of partying, right? And you give yourself those 3 days out of the month. The rest of the 27 days, you're studying. You're working because you have somewhere you want to be. You gotta hurry up and get there. You can take as long as you want to get to down the road, but the longer you take, the harder it's gonna get. Mm-hmm. Every 4 years, it gets increasingly harder to succeed. Mm-hmm. So you have to now, at 41 years old, literally, I have to work 18 hours out of the day. And if I'm not working those 8, and that's just to gain a little. If I turned it into 20, I would probably be more successful faster. But right now, I'm tired. Like, I'm 41. My back hurt. My knees hurt. My shoulder hurt. My teeth falling out my mouth, man. I lost 3 teeth this morning. I'm just joking. But honestly, like, it hurts, bro. And I'm trying to get my daughter to understand that you are now of age. You're 18. 4 years, you'll be 22. Another 4 years, you'll be 26. That's 8 years out of your life. Guess how fast them 8 years gonna flow. And I'm telling you, look at Zaria. Zaria's 7. When she turns 15, 8 years has flown by you.
I told one day my daughter told me, I'm only 19. I said, you know, when you're 21, you're going to tell me you only 21?
I'm only 22. I'm only 25.
I said that only word increases every year.
Every year.
I said, so you got to look at it like now. If I don't start now, I'll give them to 25. 25, you got to have your shit together. You got to know where you're going at by 25. Because can't nobody else carry you after 25.
You on your own, baby.
So I'm like, and that's the legal age for insurances. Insurances allow you to carry your child to 25 years old. So if they drop you, I'm dropping you. That's it. Like, but I don't know. We got to do better as a community. We have to have understanding now about today. We can't we understand how it was then, but we have to understand now. We got to keep fighting now for what we need now.
So you're fighting now for what we need now. And if we don't pay some mind, it's not looking back, but it's understanding what happened.
People are looking back and living it, sweetheart. It's not. It's like a everyday thing for them. They want to feel the whips so bad that they constantly live it every day.
So I feel,
every day.
I feel them, right? Literally.
You living it?
I'm not living it. I know it happened.
I know it.
I'm aware that it happened. I'm aware of how it changed, the trajectory of my people. I'm aware how the crack epidemic changed. I'm aware of the part that I played in that situation. I'm aware of every fucking thing. That way, I know where I'm going. I'm not going left. I'm not going right. I'm not going up. I'm not going down. I'm going straight ahead, right? Because I veered off into those different situations. To be aware doesn't necessarily mean you have to look back. You just have to know that it happened, and you have to give it credit. And also, when we think about Kwanzaa, when we think about Juneteenth, these are our holidays. We have never had them before. There's no reason why every black family is not celebrating Kwanzaa. When you look at what Kwanzaa means, when we really broke down Kwanzaa and what it meant, it's a good fucking thing to celebrate. It's how communities come together.
It stressed me out. He wanted me lighting candles and shit. He had me doing all kinds of stuff.
Right.
You know, when you start lighting candles, you think the light's not on. Like it was all kinds of
This
stuff.
girl is crazy. We gonna have a Kwanzaa table in this joint. Y'all want to decorate for Christmas? We gonna decorate for Kwanzaa. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit.
I don't care as long as it's cute.
I can't say the words, but the 7 principles of Kwanzaa: unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith. Those are all the fucking things we need in our community. If we got kids out here killing each other, dying, we got motherfuckers saying they gonna do this and not doing it. We got motherfuckers over here saying they did that last week and didn't do it. We got people that are not standing up for the people they should stand up for, and we got Kwanzaa right here. But we would rather celebrate Christmas because it's a fun holiday. You get to spend money.
Kwanzaa, you can spend money too.
You can spend money on Kwanzaa. Listen, that's what I'm celebrating this year. So if you come to me talk about Christmas, I ain't got nothing for you. Plus, it's my birthday month. So yeah, fuck all you niggas. It's my birthday month, man. I'm celebrating my birthday. So all my children get $300. Every last one of them get $300 for Christmas. Merry Christmas. Here's $300. Give it to your mom. She can do what she want to do with it. And I'm celebrating my birthday, bro. And they'll get their money way before Christmas. Right after Zaria's birthday on the 25th. There you go. I'm taking January and December. Fuck it. I can't take January.
He lied. His birthday gonna get here, y'all. He ain't gonna celebrate shit. We gonna have to pull him out again. He's lying.
I'm not lying this year, bro. I feel like I deserve it.
He said, I'm not lying this year.
I'm not lying this year. I feel like I deserve it. 42, man. That's major. That's 21 times 2. And I see all my homies turning 42, and it's like, damn, that's what's up, bro. I can't wait till it's my turn.
I turn 45 next year. I'm excited.
Get a nice bottle of champagne.
I turn 45 next year. I'm buying myself a
44
Range Rover.
next year. Oh, next year. All right. You buy yourself a what?
A Range Rover.
A Range Rover?
Yeah.
Damn, that's
For
major.
my 45th birthday.
Damn.
I'm excited too.
You're excited about the Range Rover? What color?
Black.
And black interior or
Of
tan?
course. No black.
Right.
Black on black.
Black on black. You know about the rims?
Black.
Black rims? Damn.
And you know the new make of the Range Rover, the
Right.
lights have like, it's like a cat eye look.
Right.
I'm gonna buy myself a Range Rover.
Oh, I'm be driving a Range Rover, my niggas.
I say I'm gonna buy myself a Range Rover.
Yeah,
You
man.
say you gonna drive it. Yes.
Yeah, let me get that joint. Here, take my truck. I'll take yours. See you later.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy myself a Range Rover for my 45th birthday.
You got to treat yourself.
That's on my list of things to do.
You definitely got to treat yourself. There's a lot of people out here buying Range Rovers and can't afford them.
I turned 44 this year. I'm buying mine out. Like my goal is to
Oh,
buy
you
my
got
house.
money.
I'm buying my mama house this year for 44. During my year 44, I'm buying my mama house.
That's fucking awesome, bro. I wish I had a child like
My
that.
brother's gonna help me, but I'm buying my mama house. Cause my mom rents right now. I don't like her landlord at all. So, yep, I got goals, and that's my goals
You definitely got
is
goals.
to buy my mama house.
And so did these quadruplets. They had goals.
Shout out to them. Did y'all see that story with the four young black men who they got 56
59 universities.
59 universities they got accepted to,
They went to Yale.
and they ended up going to Yale. They're quadruplets, and
They
they all graduated.
Right.
They all enrolled. One thing that they realized is that they all got into the top Ivy League schools in the world. All
Right.
4 of them.
Right?
So they got into Yale, they got into Harvard,
Duke.
they got Duke, everything. So they all 4 went to Yale.
Stanford.
They all graduated. And as you can see,
They graduated. So congratulations to them. Right?
shout out to them.
Black excellence.
Yes, shout out to them.
And they went to college. And in the article I read that, they were not, like, you couldn't tell they were quadruplets.
They don't look
all
alike.
lived 4 individual lives.
And they don't look alike. Like when they
They really
said
don't.
quadruplets, I had to zoom in. I'm like,
Mommy must have been fucking with 4 different niggas. What?
well, first of all, it's 2 sets of twins, and then they're fraternal twins, and then it's 2 individuals. So yeah, that's you got to read into the whole story.
No, it ain't no 2 sets of twins.
I mean, one set of
they're quadruplets. They all came out.
So
Go ahead.
two were
explain.
in one sack, and the other 2 were in their own individual sack.
Oh.
Yes. So they quadruplets because they were born at the same time, but 2 of them are fraternal twins.
Because the one with the white thing around his neck, he looked like their uncle.
He
He looked like they older brother. Like I ain't supposed to be in this group, but I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm here.
Mommy told me get in the group. We just gonna pass you off as quadruplets. We gonna lie about hide him in the basement for a year after I give birth to these triplets. And we just gonna say he was here.
He was with us.
Right. Hell.
That is a darn shame. But so the 2 on the end.
Hey, Mom.
Hello, mother. The 2 on the end right there, I think they are the fraternal twins. They shared the sack. They look the most alike. The other 2 are fraternal twins as well.
And
But
one of them got glasses. So
Yeah.
the glasses one, he was definitely in the sack with somebody else.
With
Because
the
that's
one-
what ends
with
up
the
happening
one-
when they be in the same sack.
with Ezra.
No, I want to say he was in so the 2 on the end.
Yeah, I just said it.
No, on the other end.
No.
The class of Y.
I think the
and-
one that has his arm on his shoulder. I think
his-
they are the ones that were together.
No, they don't look alike to me.
I think so.
The 2 on the end look alike to me. But anyway, that's just how that goes.
He said, but shout out to them.
Definitely shout out to them.
They kept each other motivated and everything. And, living on campus, you couldn't tell that they were brothers. They didn't come like in a pack, like they were a gang. They had a goal to accomplish. They did it. And, I am proud to say that they are 4 black men who graduated.
Definitely
from
shout out to them.
Yale University. Shout out to them.
Let's talk about this mother of this tattoo baby.
Oh my God, Mom, here it is. My mom was
Right.
so mad when I sent it to her last
Now, the
night.
tattoos are fake. For anybody
says-
that wants to know,
She went viral.
They're henna, right? Henna tattoos.
She went viral. She posted it, and it looks as if the baby is sleeping in the video. There's a video posted with the tattoo baby. The tattoo baby went viral. So it looks as if the guy that's his uncle. That's the uncle. That's the mom's brother. So it looks as if the guy is tattooing the baby, but so that's the angle of the picture where you originally see it. You don't notice that there's no cord to the
Right.
the
But they do have the cordless tattoo guns now.
So the whole time, everybody is, oh my God, did you see this baby? Did you see this baby? They done tattooed this baby. This mom ought to be ashamed of herself. They called the people on her and everything. So the baby went viral for the tattoo baby. It was fake. It was a milestone for the mom. She had the baby early, so she didn't get to celebrate him being born. That's how she felt. So she celebrates every milestone. Every 6 months, she gives him some type of celebration. So they have an actual Instagram page where you can follow the baby and see his growth. I want to say she was 6 months pregnant when she went into labor with the baby. So he was in the hospital for a long period of time. She didn't get a baby shower. She didn't get the, actual whole birth process. Baby came out. She just went in. They took the baby to the neonatal ward. So she celebrates.
Right.
But everybody's mad over the tattoo situation. Like that wasn't the best photo shoot that I've ever seen in my life. But hey, man, if that's how she chooses to celebrate her kid, I mean, baby gangster running around here.
What you mean, baby gangster?
Because that's what he looked like. Did you see the
Because
pictures?
you have tattoos doesn't mean you're a gangster.
Did you see the pictures? Go on the pictures. He got on a chain, a rope chain with the hat.
That's the light. That's.
He looked like a baby gangster.
He looks like a young.
Baby gangster.
Well, so you saying everybody wears a chain, wears a hat, and has tattoos?
If a 12-year-old
gangster?
walks around like that, you gonna look at that little gangster ass kid. That look like a baby gangster right there. He a premature shooter.
What?
That's how I feel. I'm entitled to feel like they was lighting him up. They was lighting that mom up though. They went in on that mom. She had to take her Instagram down for like 3 days.
Take it down. Like, let them say what they gonna say.
And she ratchet. She ratchet. So she was on a video They was asking her why they did it. She said, I did it because I wanted to.
Right, there it is.
I said, oh, okay.
It's her son.
She said, y'all understand. I celebrate how I celebrate.
Right.
But she got long nails.
Right.
Like, it's just the whole visual thing. And she like, I said it, and I did it. But you could go back and you could look because we celebrate everything. I'm like, okay, sweetheart. So, you know, shout out to her, though. It is her only child, and she's celebrating how she wants to celebrate. Plain and simple as that. Every 6 months, she gives them something else. So you never really know because you don't know, like, what your children, when they're born, the doctors give you all of these thoughts. They tell you, oh, he's premature, he's going to be this. Oh, he's that. And I say all that to say, someone said to me the other day, yo, your son's hand is crazy. And I'm like, I know, right? They like, nah, like, where he learned how to draw like that? I said, one day he just picked up a pencil and he did it. I said, and the doctors had told me that he wouldn't be able to.
Right.
And they said to me, you know, God always has the final say. So I applaud that woman for celebrating her child the way she is, because we don't know what the doctors have said to her. We have doctors who tell us kids won't live past 7. And here they are, 15 years old, graduating from 8th grade, going into the 9th grade.
Absolutely.
So you never know what a doctor said and why a person does
I don't trust
all
no
the things.
Because you're not God.
Medicine. You're not God, but medicine and new way of the world gives you a lot of answers that, you know.
Doctors don't have. Because they're practicing.
Yeah, they're practicing medicine, but
Yeah.
the machinery and stuff is supposed to, some of the stuff is accurate.
Well, some of what stuff?
The stuff that the doctors be saying.
Yeah, they sit there and say I have high blood pressure, but that don't mean I got to take that pill that you made, that he's making money off of. I can go out here and find a natural way to cure high blood pressure.
This is true.
Right.
But we rely on stuff
Because
like that.
God has given us everything on this earth to battle every fucking disease we have. Everything.
How about common sense of just not putting yourself in stressful situations? To have your blood pressure go up, that works for me.
What do you mean not put yourself in stressful situations? I have 4 baby moms. Every situation is stressful.
That's not true.
And I'm starting to,
The only thing that makes that stressful is what you reply to. That's it.
I'm reply to everything.
Well, see, that's why you stress
No,
the
I
F
reply
out.
to everything. What'd you say?
You gotta be like, okay.
I don't know how to do that.
It's the okay for me. That'll piss me off. My blood pressure be through the roof. Like, did this nigga just text me back, okay? I sent 27 fucking sentences. Did he text me back, okay?
What am I supposed to say? Because I do say okay.
Reply back to the 4th sentence
Okay.
because that was important, and then the 6th sentence
Whatever you
was
need
important.
me to do, just that's what I said. Whatever you need me to do, just tell me when you need me to do it.
I done sent him 27 lines. He done
Okay.
sent me back, okay. That make you throw your phone.
Don't throw your phone.
I don't know.
Please don't throw your phone.
I'm just a little. I don't know. I can't allow things to stress me. So for real, like I can't allow things to stress me. So I control what I take in. I used to allow other people's problems to become my problems. I used to allow, things that people went through. I try to help them through it. And then I went through, and those people weren't there. It was the people who I least expected to be there. They were there. So you gotta, it's what you reply to, what you respond to that allows your stress to go up and down.
Yeah, I guess, if you say so.
These
American Airlines was stressed out this week.
Oh, American.
American Airlines is canceling hundreds of flights because it can't keep up with the high travel demand. They're talking over 400 flights, and probably that was just locally. Just hundreds and thousands of flights were canceled because they don't have enough employees.
So American Airlines is hiring. You must be able to pass the TWIC and the drug screening. American Airlines is hiring. It doesn't just have to be here in Pennsylvania. You can apply all over, and you can actually work out of the Philadelphia airport area if you live here. So American Airlines is hiring, and I tell people all the time, don't be afraid to be a flight attendant.
Please don't be.
Or
so I can get them good passes.
So American Airlines had to cancel flights for a number of reasons, not just because of the increasing amount. Remember, they had to cancel flights last year. Right. So they didn't give back refunds. They gave them credit. Right. And now that America is opening up and everybody is having off during the summer months, they're all trying to use their credits as well as new passengers trying to, have new flights. So they have to send out, if your flight leaves at 11 o'clock, hypothetically speaking, they have 5 other flights that are leaving at 11 o'clock, going to that same destination. And that's what their problem is. They have enough planes, they just don't have enough employees. So American Airlines is hiring if y'all need a job.
So this is what they said, right? They said they would cancel about 1% of their flights in July. American said it faced a staff shortage but bad weather across its hubs. American Airlines told Fox that it expects to cancel 80 flights a day for the rest of June. 80 flights a day for the rest of June.
So just imagine the people who already paid for those flights, they have to give credits to again. So what they'll do is they'll credit them from September on, because once people go back to school, normal work schedules come back into play.
Right.
And people, once school reopens, families are settled, so they'll offer those people to use that credit between September and probably February or March. And that's what they'll do. That's how American Airlines handles the crisis that they're in. Delta has the same problem too, but Delta only flies to certain areas.
Right.
They've restricted themselves. So if you go on their southwest, they've done that too. A lot of the flights don't go to these places. Well, I tell you who is jumping. Spirit is the fuck jumping right now, and Frontier. They ain't shutting down. They not canceling no
we
flights.
taking all flights.
Y'all come over here, we're gonna give y'all 50% off, and y'all come over here, we're gonna get y'all there and get y'all back in less time. Spirit is the speeding ass airline. But I say that if you need a job, these places are hiring. I don't know if they're permanent positions, but they are hiring. They're forcing everybody back into the workplace, so everybody has a help when it's sign up. Everybody. They're telling you, open up, y'all got this PPP money. This is to pay these motherfucking employees. Now get them in here and get this job done. So Walmart is now paying $20 an hour for their warehouse.
Got PPP money too, so I don't need your fucking job. I'm starting my own shit. I'm an entrepreneur. So majority of the people that used to be used to be on the planes working and handling
way.
They entrepreneurs now. They ain't got time to be working regular jobs.
Okay, well, do it the right way. But so I say that to say Walmart is hiring. They have $20 an hour inside the warehouse. They starting at $14 an hour inside the store.
Okay.
So go to them.
I can't work at Walmart.
Yeah, don't work at Walmart.
I can't work at Walmart. But I'm not telling that for anybody else. I'm just saying me personally.
Target is hiring.
Right.
I mean, they asked for the pay raise for the minimum wage to be raised so that these people can take these jobs and be more appreciated in their positions. So they've increased their minimum wage pay rates to $14. 13, I think they start at 12, and then after they're permanent, they go to 14 or something like that. Okay. So these places are hiring if you need jobs. It's a lot of places that's hiring. It's a lot of entrepreneurs that also need help. So like just look it up. It's on there. It's on career.com. Is that what it is? Careerlink.com or something like that?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
I got an email that said I got a job interview. I ain't applied for a job in like 10 years.
I get emails every day saying, we love your resume. I'm like, I'm an entrepreneur, sorry.
Amazon is hiring too. All these places are hiring. U-Haul, what else? What's the truck out? UPS, FedEx, they're all hiring. Everywhere is hiring. The USPS is also hiring. So if you can pass one of those tests, honey, you could be set for life. But the USPS is hiring. If people decide to go back to work for the USPS, Lord, please, so we can just get our mail on time, they're hiring for everything. And, that's all I'm saying is go ahead. Dollar General over here on Edgemont Avenue, they hiring. They need store clerks and cashiers. Family Dollar is hiring always. I'm just saying, if you know somebody who needs a job, these kids are off all the summer, make them go over here and get them little jobs, honey.
What little jobs?
Them little jobs, them little $12 an hour jobs, honey. That's more than I was making when I got out of school. Well, that's more than I was making at my job when I got out of school. But I'm saying all these places are hiring. And if you fit the criteria to be an airline stewardess, which now they don't have a criteria, go ahead and be an airline stewardess. Call me. I need flights.
We're about to get into our hot topic of the day. Can your enemy of your friend be your friend?
No.
Can your friend be an enemy of your enemy?
No. That's not how.
Can I be your friend and you be my friend and I be my enemy's friend?
So that's not the topic.
What's the topic?
So the topic is, will you do business with your friend's enemy? So that's the topic. Will you do business with your friend's enemy?
So where does this come from? 'Cause
So
it comes from a very popular story that I heard last year about
Meg Thee Stallion
getting
and
shot.
Tory Lanez.
Right.
So Tory Lanez allegedly shot Meg Thee Stallion.
He's not locked up for it.
He's not locked up for
He's
it.
making music for it.
And she's making music.
Looking like
with
the roof came out of my ceiling. Soon as I hop in, I zoom. Scooping that bit like a spoon. I got this F in the sin like that bitch is in tune. Look at it fade when we walked in the room. Ayy, 35 Mac 10s. Ayy, I kill me, play my back.
So Tory Lanez and Lil Baby, which is Meg Thee Stallion's male best friend.
It's the baby.
Oh, well, I've been calling him Lil Baby.
There's
all
so
morning.
many babies out here. The baby, little baby, baby, like the baby. That's the only song. Scat, right? I guess that's the song that just came out. Scat with the baby featuring Tory Lanez.
So I don't know what the name of the song is. So the baby said something about loyalty and friends doing business with the enemies of his friends. So Meg Thee Stallion shades him and says, "But you're doing music with Tory." So the baby says this is business. So my whole thing with the whole business situation is, are they hanging out after they made the song? Like, we at the studio, we don't even have to be at the studio at the same time. We just getting a check cut on the same day. So are they at the studio at the same time? Me personally, I think that I should not be held to not do business with someone because one of my friends don't get along with them. That I just think that's the way that we are always hindered. So if you don't get along with them, I've had so many enemies behind people, and then they start speaking, and now we still not speaking. I had to outgrow that. So I had to look at it like, listen, I'm getting too old to still be having enemies from high school. So a lot of people from high school who were an enemy of mine, they weren't even my direct enemy. It was a guilt by association type thing. They weren't my friend because they weren't my friend's friend. So we weren't cool because of that. And so I rolled my eyes just because I saw you. Like, my girlfriend don't like you, I don't like you. So I am one of those people. I think that Tory and the baby, business is business. Meg, you got to grow the fuck up. It's nowhere in the world you should be mad because your friend is eating. It's business. So it's like that. That's like saying, you should tell them the circumstances are different though. What circumstances?
These circumstances are tripping. If you don't like Charles Barkley for what he did to P.
I don't like Charles Barkley. Well, you know what, Dante?
I don't like Charles Barkley for what he did to P.
I don't like Charles Barkley for what he did either.
But he didn't do anything to P. He did it to himself.
He did, and I still don't speak to him. But guess what? P speaks to him. Ain't that crazy? P see him was like, "What's up?" I see him and be like, "Ain't that crazy, Dante? We running around here with an enemy." Like I just said, and they not even enemies.
I don't have any ill feelings towards anybody. Like literally. Right? I don't have a problem with anybody that's out there in the world. Right? I feel like you can get it just like I get it. I'll show you how to get it. I don't have a problem with people. And I try to get you not to have a problem with people. I tried to get you not to have a problem after the first situation when, and I said, hold now, chill out, don't calm down. You feel me? And
I don't like bullies. So it's not having a problem with anybody. I don't like bullies. Now, if someone bullies one of my friends, no, I cannot do business with you.
Right.
But if you and my friend have an issue, now, and I'm talking about from a female standpoint, because most females have issues with other females because of a male. Right. So if you and my friend have issues because of a male, when I was younger, I couldn't understand for the life of me how people I hung out with were friends with people who didn't like me. Right. And then I also found out how people who didn't like me knew my business too. So it was a learning lesson all the way around. And then I had to see, so you got me.
Juan Pierre. You know what's crazy? I went into San Rose and realized, remember when he gave me that award? He bought himself one too.
For real.
So that didn't mean nothing. I said, damn, why you ain't bring it to the joint? That's what I'm saying to myself. Why wouldn't you bring it to the joint and give yourself? Because you knew you wasn't working.
Oh man, well.
That's crazy, right? I said, damn. But I don't hold, like Dante, you know I don't hold any ill will towards anybody because what you did was what you wanted to do.
True.
And I can't control your free will. If God can't control your free will, who the fuck am I to feel any type way about what the fuck you do? You can do whatever you want.
That's true.
That's how I stay stress-free.
But I see it like this. If it's business, it's business. I'm not being friends with my friend's enemy.
No.
I'm not doing that. And I can't stand that the friend of my enemy is my friend.
I'm going to get y'all to talk.
I don't like that.
I'm going to try to get y'all to talk.
No, you're not. Because obviously, we have an issue. And we don't have to be mad at one another. We don't have to fight when we see one another. I just can't be in the same room with you.
So reconcile it and say that.
It doesn't have to be reconciled. Some things can just be and done.
No, they can't be. Because guess what? Someone following behind you and feels as though you don't want to do anything now, sees it as beef, and then they say something, then it turns into a fight or altercation. That's how things go left, right? If you talk about things, if you sit there and say, listen, I don't have a problem with you. I don't wish you any ill will. I just don't want to be in the same room as you. I don't have a problem with you though.
The type of friends that I have now are friends. Before I was a friend. You understand what I'm saying? It's a big difference. We're friends. So I could be having a bad day. My friends show up and know that I'm having a bad day.
Right.
Before I went through bad days by myself.
Absolutely.
And they would call me during my bad day and say they had a bad day and I would make their day better. But they didn't know me well enough to say, hey, but you didn't sound well when I answered the phone. Right. So the friends that I have now, and I don't use that word a whole lot. The friends that I have now are now family. My family that I once had, that I was forcing that. I was making it fit because number one, we probably shared the same DNA, or number two, we had history together. So we had such a long period of time of knowing one another. I felt as though that they were genuinely friends when that's not the truth. They just had a longer time to use me for what it is that they needed. So the people that I'm around now, the people who are with me now, those are the people who I want to end this with. I don't see us having fallen outs because one thing we do is we talk about what makes us uncomfortable with one another. We talk about how I didn't like how you were acting last night. Like, is there an issue? We no longer let things be swept underneath of the rug. I don't have to worry about my conversations between us two being said to another group of friends and trying to figure out where it came from. Mm-hmm. The friends that I have now, I value. And I hope they value me too. And I don't mean in a valuable dollar way or a sense of what I can do for you. The friends I have now, I check up on. They check up on me. We look at one another. We don't end conversations without saying I love you. And they won't get no fights. Right. That's how I say, good morning, Miss Shimona.
But what's up, Gio?
Hey, Gio.
Miss Shimona, how you feeling?
I can be cordial with someone my friend doesn't like. However, I won't tolerate that person bringing up the situation. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And then it's those people, those type of people. How can you sit and have a conversation about somebody you consider your friend with somebody who doesn't like them?
Because they want you to like them.
No, they never liked you. Period.
What do you mean?
Anybody who has
didn't they never like?
Your friend is having a conversation with someone who doesn't care for you, and having a conversation about you, and either. You can't talk to me about my friends. You can't say something to me about my friends before I say y'all got an issue. Okay.
Right. Let's squash that.
No, because now me and you are enemies too. So no, like business wise, I can have a conversation with you about business. I tell you anything you need to know that I know and expect you to teach me something in the process. But I'm not you. It ain't gonna be no. Well, how Crystal doing? What's she doing? I get so tired of people now. Is my circle is so condensed that I barely know my business. Right. You understand what I'm saying? They gotta tell, girl, you did just do this thing. I'm like, I did.
I did. Damn.
And it's crazy because before, when you growing up, you think that, I got friends. You're telling them your secrets. You're telling them where the bodies are buried. You're telling them how much money you made, and then they take it and you trying to figure out how everybody know. Child, I just thought somebody was my friend probably last year. And then that PPP list came out. And I found out that person was running around here like I did something illegal. Not even knowing I ain't get a PPP check. Sorry, y'all. Y'all thought I did. But, and neither did nerds. But they were running around here, though you're my friend. You sat in my face. Like I thought you were really my friend. And you really went and was like,
when it comes time
going
for you
to
to be a
jail.
friend, to be a true friend, you find out
Exactly
who your
who's
true
not.
friends are. You could be a friend when everything's going good. Can you be a friend when my back is up against the wall? Can you be a friend when I need help to get this up the steps? Can you be a friend when I'm sitting here trying to figure out what's going on and you just like, girl, boy, I don't know, I'm out.
Thank you, Miss.
I can't say I don't have any friends. I have brothers.
Yeah.
Right? And Dante said the other day, he said, man, you use that word too loosely. There's no one that I don't see as a friend, right? And there's
Hold on. We gotta rewind.
can't nobody come and talk about
I don't read the comment. We read the comment. We rewinded your statement. Go ahead. Say that again. You don't have friends. You have what?
brothers
That's it.
and sisters.
You better include me.
Why I gotta include you?
Cause I don't just say you got brothers.
I have brothers and sisters, and then I have associates. And if I see you as an associate, it's what's up, bro. But you know when you're my bro for real, right? You know when we're really friends. When you pick up the phone and you say, "Damn, bro, I gotta." If I got it, I'm sending it to you without a doubt. I'm not even telling you I send it to you. You gonna check your case and you hit me back like, "Damn, bro, you sent it? Yeah, go ahead, do what you gotta do, right?" And if I say the same thing, I say, "Yo, I gotta get these chairs." Dante said, "What kind of chair you want?" I said, "I'm looking at these mesh joints off Staples." He was like, "All right, go pick it up." Just that simple. I didn't have to ask him. You understand what I'm saying? I was like, damn.
It took us a long time to realize what real friendship was. And friendship doesn't mean that just because you have an enemy, you can't like speak to that person. That's not what real friendship is. Now, don't get me wrong. As my daughter said the other day, my 18-year-old, all my daughters are my best friends. My 18-year-old said, that's my if y'all not, mind you, truck full of graduates.
Right.
If y'all mom not y'all best friend, y'all got the game fucked up.
Right.
Because my mom, she did cuss.
Right.
But she looked at me and she said, "I'm sorry, Mom, but I was drinking."
Right.
And somebody said, "You let your daughter drink?" I said,
I'm hearing
"Yeah,
you.
I did. She's right here."
She's going to drink when she goes to college,
Yeah.
isn't she? Is she going to wait till
So-
she's 21?
No.
I want you to get drunk so you get that out your system,
Yeah.
right? And get
when
used to it.
and when I was graduating, turning up, honey, I was already had a kid on my side trying to get somebody to watch him so I can go out for graduation. So, but she was like, "Cause if I tell my mom something, she keeps it to herself. That's my friend. If she tell my siblings, but she still keep it to herself. Right. If I say to my mom, damn, I don't like such and such or whatever, my mom don't not speak to him, but she ain't gonna invite him over though." Right. I said, "Girl, get in the truck. Get in the truck."
Don't
but
not
like,
speak to him, right?
her whole thing was, your friends don't repeat what you say.
No, they're not supposed
and they
to.
call you on your shit. So when I'm wrong, my mom tell me. If y'all feel that way about y'all mom, y'all don't know what y'all missing.
I don't know about that repeat what you say, because we didn't have our beef on that joint, me and you, where you tell me something and I feel like I have to go to that other person.
No,
because I feel like you said it. So I need to know. I'm the
No.
type of person, the moment I hear that we have a problem, I'm calling you because I got to talk to you, because I know how far things go. We can go months without talking, and it just gets wider and it gets wider, and now we have a beef, and now I say something and you don't like it, and you feel some type of way, or I post something on Facebook, oh, he talking about me.
And so if a person feels like that, that's their own personal
No, but I have to call you because I have to let you know I have no beef with you. I have nothing. So why did you say what you said to me? And you cuss me, I told you not to say that. I said, no, I don't do business like that.
That's not business, though.
It is business.
No, it's
I'm
not.
trying to solve this situation. I don't need this thing growing into something bigger, because if it grows into something bigger, listen, there are people bigger than me that have my back, right?
And
You're
guess
one of those
what?
people, right?
If a person finds a problem with you and they don't know how to address it with you, that person does not need to be a part of your personal. That's all I'm saying. Some things don't have to be addressed.
Everything has to be addressed.
It's a lot of stuff I don't address because it's too time consuming. So if you address everything, like, what do you have time for that's
You don't
good?
have to address nothing tomorrow. If I address everything I have to address today,
tomorrow would be something else.
no, it won't be. Because guess what? Everybody like, fuck, I can't even. He gonna call me tomorrow. You damn right I'm gonna fucking call you. Yo, what's up, bro? You good? Yeah, I'm good. I learned that after I got jumped And I called him and I said, yo, we got beef. And he was like, no, we ain't had no beef. I said, it's just that simple. I could have had 30 motherfuckers up the fairgrounds and they would have been beefing and somebody would have got hurt and somebody could have died from that situation. But for what? I called him on the phone. I said, yo, we got a problem? He was like, nah, we ain't got no beef. All right, left it alone. I got to heal now. I got to heal mentally and physically. So I don't have time for the bullshit. I mean, literally. And motherfuckers be like, nah, man, that couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been you. You still be beefing. You still be losing motherfuckers. Motherfuckers be dead because of your beef. You take it that far. You don't have to take it that far. Don't have to go there.
Well, we just
everything has to be addressed. Because if it doesn't get addressed, it lingers on into something else.
Some things, sometimes it's just better to just walk away from things.
No, not me.
Once people say, it's like once people say certain stuff about you, addressing it is not going to end it with words. Because my whole thing is after you say certain stuff, especially after I called you a friend, especially after I looked at you like family. Once you say certain stuff about me, it shows me how you've thought about me all this time.
But it was a misunderstanding.
No,
of what
it wasn't.
was said.
It's not a misunderstanding.
You don't think for me it was a misunderstanding of what was said and how it was given?
No.
You think I meant that? Like the way he delivered it?
It was a perception of words. That's it.
So so you think
I know you. If someone came to me and said that, yo, why P say whatever, I have to know you well enough to know what you meant when you said it. Right. I have to know you well enough to know if how they're saying it to me is
feasible. If it's
ignorance or if it's a joking way. So it's all about how I know the person. If I know that this person, if I thought you were messy, I would be like, damn, that's fucked up. That's something I would have to address with you, because if we have any type of issues, you have to address them with me. But we're vested into a relationship with one another. This is not a make up. We just became friends yesterday situation. We've built a friendship. We're now family. You can't hang up the phone without saying I love you. That's not going to happen. So with that being said, if someone says that P said something, is it worth me coming back and not because I don't know P? No. I know him. Oh, that's how you took it? Okay. I know you. They don't know you. So they're coming back with the gossip. Yeah, that's how she is. She's gonna jump on your ass if you say something and you don't want to be held accountable for it.
No, silence is not a response. How?
Silence is a response.
It's not. This is why we have children.
See, I wasn't raised. The thing is, I wasn't raised to go back and address everything. I wasn't raised to speak up about when people think I'm wrong. I just let those people think that I'm wrong, because those are the people who couldn't wait for you to be wrong in the first place.
Fuck that.
You're
not going to give me that title.
Me and my brother just had this conversation. Our father raised us to, if they think that's the truth, let them have their own truth. Continue to be who you are. That's it. No. If we address half the shit that happened since February 21st of 2020, I'll be in fights every day. Family members who it's people that are the closest to you that can't wait for you to slip.
But there's no answer. You don't have any.
I don't need an answer. The answer is me.
You know, right? And I understand why you're not going left. But I'm just talking about people I don't know. I was never taught that way. My dad said if you have a problem, you confront the person, you talk to them about the issue. If they have an issue after y'all had your conversation, now you know it's beef. Now you know it's a problem. And I don't beef lightly. You can ask anybody I've beefed with. I don't beef lightly. So if we got a fucking problem, we have a problem, right? And I don't want you up here. I don't want you near me. I don't want you associated with. If you're associating with him and I don't fuck with him, I'm done with you. You understand what I'm saying? And even if you say, oh no, we're fam. No, you're associated with him. So it's one or the other. So we have to talk about it, because I don't know how to beef lightly, right?
I'll just say it like this. Excuse me. When you are a person who I care for, I know you. I know what you would say about me. I know what you would joke about me. I know when it's the truth about me. But when you are someone who did not care about me, but I cared about you, I also know that too. So some of those things are things that you don't have to address. Right. If someone says something about you, my kid's father just called home the other day and said, nigga, you still wearing a ponytail to graduation? Like, why the fuck you ain't get your hair done? But he said it to somebody else though, right? And I'm like, Because that's the fuck I wear. That's why he said it. Like, you act like he mad because you had a ponytail. I said, yeah, because he's tired of the same fucking ponytail. He doesn't care.
Right.
But I said, guess what? Them little bitches that went to that graduation, they straight though. All of them was tossed.
Right.
And he understands that about me. But they came back with the gossip. So now they're blocked. Like, yeah, he called talking about your hair wasn't done. I said, it's never done. The fuck? I said, but as long as the kids are straight, did he say that they weren't straight? Then he talking about me. That's all I'm saying. But like, people come back to tell you what people are saying about you to start the controversy. They come back to tell you what people are saying about you or what they think about you to start it. The friends that I have now, I appreciate. If they decided to do business with someone that I no longer speak to or we don't get along, I wouldn't stop them from doing it. Now, if I saw them hanging out with them and being friends with them, then we can't be friends because then I can't trust you with my secrets. I can't trust you with my unstable emotions. I can't trust you with when I'm going through bad days. I can't expect for you to come sit on the couch and not go tell somebody that I just said I don't want to live today. I can't trust you with that. You right there telling the next person, girl, she wanted to commit suicide. Like, what? Bitch, I did not say that. So if you are a friend of my enemy, you're their friend. You're no longer my friend. Period, point blank. Certain situation needs to be addressed. That's part of it. Certain situations, not all, Dante.
All situations.
No, I would have a headache if I addressed all situations. I allow people to say what they want. The people who know me, and yourself speaks for yourself. Who you are, your integrity, your morals, your standards, they speak for themselves. If a person believes the lie about you, they've always thought that about you from the beginning. If a person listens to someone who's mad at you at the moment, who does not like you, period. If they listen to them and they call themselves, you called them your friend, they never were your friend. They were waiting for the opportunity. Plain and simple as that. And opportunistic people, I had this issue yesterday. It's not coming out right. Opportunistic people cannot wait for something bad to happen in your life. They will feed off of that and hold you down for as long as they can. They will not try to help you up. They will not try to build you up. They will not try to strengthen you.
How do you find out if that person is opportunistic?
Go through something.
But by approaching that person and asking.
Go through something. You'll find out right then and there. Go through something. Go through something hard. Go through a rough time. Sit there and cry to the person and see if once they say in the conversation, they don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
The is judging.
Right.
That is a judgment right there about what you're going through. And if they change the subject while you're talking, they never gave a hell about you. You're sitting here, you're venting to them, you're telling them what you're going through, and then they throw themselves in the equation. They don't give a hell about you. And the again, is judgmental. In a conversation, when you're saying what I'm going through, you're either going to motivate me or you're going to move out of the way. You can't do both. You can't stand in my way and not motivate me. You cannot do that. And I just don't have those type of friends right now. I appreciate what I have.
You have to appreciate what you have.
I didn't before.
If you don't appreciate the little that you have, you'll never appreciate the big, right? You'll never be able to give anybody anything. So appreciation is key. But I feel like communication,
Communication is, but some people, it's not worth your communication. Why do you keep wasting breath? You keep having a conversation with the same people over and over again.
Only have
These
it once.
people overshow.
Only talk about it one time.
That's just selfish people. They are selfish people. But there are also people who couldn't wait.
Only talk about it one time. And once I talk
remember-
about it that one time, if you continue to lie to me, I'm not even going to address it. You know the situations. I'm like, oh no, come talk. I don't want to talk. Well, why y'all talk? Don't talk about it no more. Drop it. It's dead. If you don't want to come talk and I'm willing to talk, that means it's a lie somewhere and you don't want it to come out. So let's not have this conversation ever again. Let's leave it alone. All right, cool.
And the conversation will be had because that person showed you who they were and you forgave them. My daughter, Rachel, once said, Mom, why do you accept people's apology and then give them the same version of you again? And I said, there's only one version of me. And she says, yeah, but I think you should treat them different. I said, I can't treat them different. I said, the only thing that I can do is honestly be who I am and let them show me who they are. Yeah. That's it. And once they show you, I said, I forgave them for whatever it is that they said or they did. I forgave them. But certain people don't get another version, don't get the same version of me because they don't get me anymore. And that's the plain and simple part of it. Some people you have to forgive without the apology. Some people you have to understand they seek attention, so they will use you to get it. Some people you have to understand that they're not really they're really nothing without you. So in order for them to be something, they have to step on you to get there. And you have to be that person to say, I forgave them without the apology. I never have to hear it, but the forgiveness was for me, because if I carried around that anger and that hurt in my heart, I would hurt them badly. And to save me from going to jail, I had to say, I forgive them, because they was a nut from the beginning. I forgive them because everything I've ever heard they said about me has been true, and I've defended them. And you did that because God put that on you, not on them. So now they lost, you win. Now the next relationship that you hold with somebody that you call dear and near to you, they will appreciate you because they saw how you just disconnected yourself from somebody they saw you been friends with for years. And that's that.
That's that.
Now, can we get a
I get a platter tomorrow when I come home, please.
Hey, Miss Shimona. She always trying to get some goddamn pasta.
You have to forgive everyone.
Yeah.
But let the people go.
You can forgive, but don't forget and let go. Rachel over here yelling at us.
You can forget, but don't forgive.
No, you forgive, but don't forget. You forgive the person. Don't forget what they did to you, though.
But you can't bring it up.
You shouldn't bring it up.
Then how you don't forget something and don't bring it up?
It's not, you don't forget, you don't remember it.
It's forgive or forget.
It's forgive, but don't forget.
It's forgive or forget.
You forgive
and don't forget.
And don't forget.
But then you can't bring it up.
You don't bring it up. You don't forget. You don't remember it.
Then why are you remembering it if you can't bring it up?
You don't remember it to use it against them. You remember it so that you don't go through it.
No.
A person who constantly brings up your past holds you to that same person. They don't appreciate your change. So when a person forgives you genuinely, they'll never bring up what you did unless you repeat what you did again.
You have to forgive everyone, but listen, it's hard to forgive a person for what they've done and forget it.
You don't forget it.
Or don't forget it and not bring it up when they bring up your shit. If you bring up my shit, I'm bringing your shit up.
Well, that's different.
Oh, okay.
But that's still two people fighting below the belt, intentionally trying to hurt one another. If you bring up my past me and not understand that I said, I had to tell my little cousin, I'm not the same Nafati I was in 2019, sweetheart. You can't even come having a gossiping conversation with me at this point. I don't care what she did or what she's doing, what she got going on, what she can't pay. I don't give a fuck about none of that, because the only concern that I have is Nafati and these bills over here.
True.
You got a way I can make some money?
Shimona, like, hell is hot.
Hell is hot.
Hell is definitely hot. I'm coming home soon. Are there any nice hotels in the city?
We have a nice hotel. It's called the Spring Hill Suites. Ain't that what it's called?
Yeah, Spring Hill Suites.
That's what it's called.
It was nice.
It was.
It only take a couple of days.
How you know it was nice?
I was in there a couple times.
For real?
Yeah.
Doing what?
I got a hotel room. I went to sleep. What the hell you think I was doing?
The Best Western is nice. It is nice.
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Oh man, For
real?
I was out front of that joint to see my man. It was Wilkinson.
Oh my God.
I was asking,
well, don't go to the Days Inn.
Definitely don't go to the Days Inn.
Don't go to the Days Inn.
Best Western. Spring Hill Suites is still cool though. They should be still cool. What was Best Western not letting people with Chester address stay there? Now they don't care.
The Days Inn was like that at one point in time too.
Yeah, they don't care no more.
Well, when it was Howard Johnson.
Yeah, they don't care no more.
For real?
CMPRadio.net. This was the morning meeting. I want to thank Nafati for joining us, Miss Info, as usual, bringing us the info, right? All the do's
My
and
baby
don'ts.
turned 5 next year.
Your baby turned 5?
Yeah, you gonna bring the girls to the party?
Yeah.
Bring them in their favorite character.
I think I gotta buy
T-shirts.
Character T-shirts.
Yeah, or swimsuits. Bring the swimsuits.
Where the party gonna
and
be
trunks. On the block.
You getting a pool?
Water slide.
A water slide.
Yeah, it's a big one.
When?
Saturday at 2.
This Saturday at 2?
This Saturday at 2.
You said he turns 5 next year.
He turns 5 on Tuesday, bro. I said next week.
Next year. That's what you said.
He turns 5. Why would I be talking about
this year? Did she not say next year?
He turns 5.
Watch how many people say she said next week. Wow.
Next week.
You said next year.
Why would I be telling you he turns 5?
That's what I was like. All right, next year he turns 5.
Next week.
Look, your mom repeating it. Somebody says he turns 5 next week. You said next year.
Hold on. She coming too? Oh, where y'all coming? I'm taking off. I gotta make sure I'm off. Whoo, Dante is a weakling. He cannot drink.
Oh, you ain't know that?
No, I did not. Let me tell you something. Me and Tamika.
Not next week, not next week, not next year. See, everybody's saying
Did
it.
I say that?
Thank you. Oh!
They only agree with you because you said they was going to agree with me.
She said next year. Look, no, ain't nobody
Well, he
trying to hear
turns
that.
5 next week, next Tuesday.
I was like, next year. Can they? Sure, they can
I
come
believe.
next
See,
year.
now Miss Tamika said it, so it's the truth.
Bruh.
Listen. Oh man, I'm off too. I'm hyped.
4th of July weekend.
Yeah, I gotta work on the 5th.
You gonna come through and sit on the on the morning meeting on Monday,
Oh man,
right?
I'm
Before
excited.
you roll out.
I can't wait for Miss Tamika to get here. Why I keep calling her Miss Tamika? Not that Miss Tamika. I'm sorry, Miss Tamika. I can't wait for Tamika Hollis to get here.
Right, we go out to eat.
Whew.
I'll have a couple
Well,
drinks.
I'm just gonna drink.
How's that? I can't drink. That's part of my diet. I haven't been
Oh,
drinking.
God bless your soul.
Look at this. This.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as soon as I come off my diet, boy, it's going down.
Now I'll be home around 6:30. Okay, Miss Shimona.
It's going down.
You want your
Mama
regular
said
Miss
it was
Shimona?
next week, and you did say next year.
Oh, whatever.
Ooh.
Damn, why would I say he turned 5 next year?
Bruh.
Well, he turns 5 on Tuesday, and this guy turns 5. He wants the superhero theme. So his favorite character is Spider-Man, of course. Let me tell you what my dumb ass did. So the housekeepers had folded the Spider-Man costume up and put it in a bin underneath or something.
Right.
So I was looking for something in the bin and accidentally pulled out the Spider-Man costume. It's 92 degrees outside. I come in the house, this nigga sitting on the couch.
In the Spider-Man costume?
In the Spider-Man costume. I said, you're gonna die. You're gonna die in that goddamn costume. Take it off. It's hot. He like, I said,
And he just looking at you.
I said,
He just sprayed you with all the webbing.
I said, I'm not playing with you, Dylan. Take that goddamn costume off. So, come in your favorite character t-shirt. I don't care what kind of character it is. It doesn't have to be action. It could be fairy tale, anything. So, come in your favorite character t-shirt or trunks or whatever. Because the water slide is made for adults. It's 2 lanes. So, we're going to have a ball. Kids will be candy and cake wasted. This guy only turns 5 one time.
You said this is Saturday.
This is this Saturday from
This Saturday.
2 p.m. until, we don't have an until time, but I plan to stop like 6 or 7.
Okay.
So,
Sounds good. Sounds good.
yeah, I'm excited. He's excited. He had her first birthday party. He kept asking for one, so I told him when he turns 5. So we about to turn it up. I'm ready.
You playing Suavemente?
Oh, man.
Quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez, suavemente, bésame. Que quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez.
We want to thank everybody for tuning in, man, to a great show today. Thank you, Naf, as usual. Make sure you tune in a little bit later on. We have Chester Masterminds from 5 to 6. Savi's going to come through and drop a couple bars for y'all. And listen, CMPRadio.net, it's the station. The afternoon kickback's supposed to come on today, too. No, that's next Thursday. Next Wednesday. Yeah, next Wednesday. So,
You going to the game tomorrow?
what game?
The Chester game tomorrow?
I got to work. I gotta do the shows. Right. You going?
I wouldn't be going to the game without you.
Right. Well, I give a huge shout out to the Chester team, man. Go out there and do what y'all do. Hopefully,
Shout
I'll be
out
able to
to them.
catch one soon. Huh?
Shout out to the Chester team.
Yeah.
I take them over the Sixers.
Right.
You fucking Ben Simmons.
We can have our own fucking NBA team any motherfucker.
So guess what? So
What?
Philly teams are poaching. Philly teams are poaching our little Chester kids.
Oh.
So my son, I'm gonna let y'all go after this. My son keeps telling me he played basketball for this team and he going to practice over at the Squares. So I'm thinking he's lying to me. That's number one. Oh, he just saying he gonna go play basketball. He over some little girl house because that's where all his little bitties is on the east side, right? So one day he come and he like, yeah, I just played a game today. I had 14 points. I'm like, Cheeks, why we don't know nothing about this team? Like, I'm your mom, and Aunt Shay don't know nothing about it either. He like, because y'all don't come to the games. So, long story short, yesterday, my son sends out a text and says he has a game. We go all the way to the Hartford in Philadelphia. It's at the top of Philly. So we had to go all the way up the Blue Route to get to this game. So we at the game, and my son is really playing for a team. I just put him on punishment because I told him he had to be in the house by 8 o'clock because he had a game. And I said, all right, we better be in the house by 8 o'clock. So they won the first game, so they ended up having to play the next game. It was a tournament. And so because they won, they played the next game immediately after the game was done. Right. And I'm sitting here, I said, oh, you had a second game? Yeah, I bet you did have a second fucking game. You ain't going outside all weekend. Done punished the boy for 4 days, took his phone and everything. Here, he really on the team. The coach has not sent a registration form, didn't ask for no money, no nothing. And I'm like, do you know this man? At first, but then I'm thinking he lying because Shay didn't know nothing about it. If Shay don't know about it, then it's obviously not the truth. Right. We get there yesterday, as they call him Baby Turbo. Baby Turbo did his thing. You heard me? I said, look at my son. He really playing for a team. But this is a Philadelphia team. They have a Philly league for Cheeks is 14 years old. So he's playing 14 and 15 years old. And they're coming down here and getting our kids to play because we don't have a freaking league. They are coming to get our kids.
So we need a league.
We need a league. It's nowhere in the world my son gonna go all the way up there and show. And it's 90% Caucasian. They are the only black team. They are 90% black. They have 2 Caucasian young men. But it's 90% Caucasian.
So it's a white coach that's coming down here and grabbing.
No, it's a black coach with the white assistant coach, and then but every other team in the league are all Caucasian. They bust their ass yesterday too. 64-32.
Well, congratulations.
Ain't no congratulations.
You said Baby Turbo?
Baby Turbo.
Baby Turbo. Congratulations, Baby Turbo. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. What you mean it's no congratulations?
Because I want my son to play home. I don't want him up there playing for them.
Well, somebody got to put it out there that they're starting a team. You get different hoods, different teams from different hoods and play in a tournament. All right, where would that happen at?
Bésame suavecito, sin prisa y con calma. Dame un beso bien profundo que me llega al alma.
Damn song.